deep in the liquor store, man. Hurry up and buy, get what you need. But really, I want y'all to sit back and get drunk with this content with us, man. You know, it's Cowboys Uncut. I got my brother Jay Tuck in the building, and we got I need y'all to introduce yourself to the audience, though, man. Well, we had TP on here before, but hey, Capers, let them know. Yeah, listen, like TP, you come over to the crib once, man. You family at this point. Don't ask me to bring you nothing to drink. You good? Take your ass in the kitchen. King Capers, though, let the folks know who you is, where you from, and what you do, man.
Man, listen, appreciate you guys for having me on. I'm King Capers, partners with Terrence Parsons. We got our podcast, Real Talk by Capers and Parsons. Go subscribe to that. Just two Cowboys fans talking sports. You know what it is, man.
Indeed, man. TP, welcome back, man. How you been living?
I'm good.
On the run. He look like he on the
just,
run.
Just trying to ride this podcast, please.
That Twitter got that boy on the run. Look at him. Hey, Twitter, y'all leave that boy alone, man. Look at him. That boy looking over his shoulder. Life been different since you went viral, huh?
Yeah, I mean, everybody want me to come talk. I feel excited. You know what I mean? I like talking football.
I know that's right, man. Tuck, how you been, bro? I ain't seen you in about 50 years, man.
We 50 years, bro. We just did this on Monday, man. I'm good, bro. I'm sitting here grinding, man, getting all this draft stuff prepared, getting ready for the Super Bowl next week. Even though my team ain't gonna be there, I'm gonna be in the building. So you know what I'm saying? It's work. You know what I'm saying? It's nonstop work around the clock.
Capers, you going to Super Bowl?
Oh hell yeah!
What you trying to do?
Hey, I'm gonna be there too. I'm gonna be there.
What you trying to do? Yeah, I'll do it.
I mean,
absolutely. If you do it, I'll go.
You know what I'm saying? Now, here's the thing. I always said I was never going to go to a Super Bowl unless the Cowboys win. I'm tired of waiting. I'm tired. Now, I said Vegas. I passed up for these boys, bro. But
y'all better say Vegas. You got to go.
I was like, nah, bro, we good. You know what I'm saying? So salute to all my Chiefs family. They're going to be out there. So I had to go, man, pull up in Vegas. So y'all didn't come out there. You know what I'm saying? You might as well.
So y'all have rich nigga convos. I'm gonna just.
I'm a few years away from that one. That's why we on the grind. Hey, that's why we trapping where we trapping it. Man. Shout out to the trap. That's what we got to do with it. You know.
Indeed,
shout out to my people.
Hey, salute to everybody out there, man. And y'all know the usual rules and regulations. We all tap in with your independent content creators, man. First and foremost, we need y'all to hit the like button on every single platform that we on, man. If you're on YouTube, you're on Facebook, Twitch, Stream, whatever you on, man, make sure you hit that like button. The more likes that we get on these videos, the more that these platforms promote the content. So you want to see these channels grow and flourish, continue to strive, show some love, hit the like button. Ain't going to cost you a dime, man. So make sure y'all hit the like button if you can't do anything else. After you hit the like button, man, I need y'all to turn right back around and hit that share button. Because remember, sharing is caring. At least it was some folks' mama done said. Your mammy, your auntie, your granny done told you that. And also remember, we believe in practicing manifestation in the liquor store. So you want the Dallas Cowboys to win their 6th title. I need you to drop 6 emojis like my boy Rico Jones just did. And I need you to share the content 6 times, man. Now, we didn't do it enough this year, apparently. But we're going to get a head start on next year, man, trying to wheel the Dallas Cowboys to that 6th title, man.
We need a little more manifesting.
A little bit more. Like, pray a little bit harder. You might need to fast. You know what I'm saying? You might need to fast or something. Just make the conversation with God a little bit more clearer.
Yeah.
And
we got to go a little harder.
Indeed. And the most important thing I need y'all to do while you're in the liquor store, while you're in the trap, while you're over here with TP and Capers, while you're over there with Tuck, while you're over there with West Coast, we need y'all to slap the shit out of an Eagles fan, man. And if you're able to find one, lay palms to the face, I will be able to give you half off on everything in the liquor store. Because, you know, we got exactly what you need to succeed over here, man. We got Calvary.
Wait, come on. Not off that new E&J, though.
So
say not that new E&J, though.
Get into more and come get drunk in the liquor store.
They got a new E&J?
Not off that new E&J, though. Not that sour apple, though. They got to pay full price for that. Hell no.
That sound nefarious. New E&J.
Hey, and the Buzz Balls. The Buzz Balls. The Buzz Balls do. We give you 30% off the Buzz Balls. We just can't be doing 50% flat off everything. We got to make money around this piece. We trying to go to games this year, and y'all already know that if Jerry gonna have his money, regardless of what the price is, Jerry need his money next year. You feel me? So
you feel me?
We gonna start saving now. I'm gonna tell y'all this right now. For everybody that wants to go to a Cowboy game, y'all know we're going to have at least 8 home games next year. Start saving now so there's no excuses, because I'm always listen to me. I'm always getting cussed out by Cowboy fans that didn't go to one game. That's all I'm saying, man. That's all I'm saying. At least have your stuff prepared when you come jumping in my inbox telling me I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. That's all I'm saying. You guys need 6 months. Don't buy them damn Jordans in April when they come out. Y'all want to know why Jordans always come out in April. Listen, Jordan is an Eagle fan. He don't want you to go to Cowboy games. That's why he always dropping them hot Jordans right when you get your taxes. Don't do it this time, man. Your kids don't need the 9s. They don't need the 9s. But they need to be at week 9. You feel me? They need to be at week 9. You feel me? So take your money. I'm tired of me and Tuck being the only ones there, man. Come on, man. Come on now. I need some more folks there, man. Hey. You feel me? You can cuss me out if you want to. If you got a stub. You got no stub, sit your ass down. It's different. Hit Tuck, better tell him and hit different, man.
It's real walking out that building, man.
Listen to me. We need at least the people that follow us. The people that follow us, we have to go to more games. Period. I don't even gonna say training camp. Training camp, if you can do it, it's free. But listen to me. The excuse, you've been watching West Coast 3-4 years. You didn't probably see me go to 15, 16 games. Bro, come on now. It's time to get to a game. That's all I got. The Lord told me to tell y'all that.
And listen, me and Tuck be giving tickets out throughout the season, man.
Yeah, he gave tickets away to a game.
I sent folks to the Jimmy Johnson ceremony game, man. So like hell, if you're too cheap to go buy it at face value, jump in a raffle with HTM Sports. Follow J Tuck. We'll make something shake for you, man. Just holler at us.
Yeah, facts.
Guys, too, man. Because I'm gonna tell you, listen to me. It's a different attachment to your team when you're going to games. And listen to me, even if you're just making the effort to go to game, like you saved up the money to go to the game and you went to buy your tickets and goddamn, they done made them $700. We ain't doing it. We get it. You know what I'm saying? They got me when that Philadelphia game. That ticket was more expensive than the playoff game. You know what I'm saying? We all got for that Philly game, right? I get it. But listen, we at least got to make the effort, man. We got to make the effort to get to the stadium, bro. We got to get to the effort to get to the stadium because I'm going to tell y'all this right now. The 49ers show me again that the fans, they mean something in the playoff game, bro. Because the second time, I don't really watch.
I ain't gonna lie, it hit different when you're spending your own money.
Hold on now, Wes. Yeah, I'm about to say now, Wes. It hit different when you spend your own. I came there to the Cowboys game before I knew it. They was down 48-16.
Hey, but you know what? Listen to me. That's the life. Listen to me. Not undefeated in the state. Listen, hey, Chuck, I'm gonna ask you Chuck a question. Last playoff games. Think about this. We 0-3 in the Dallas Cowboys' last playoff games of the season.
No.
You know what that is? That's playoff.
Ain't 0-3. We won.
Not 0-3.
No, the last three seasons. You know what I'm saying? Because they all ended the same way.
We were in Tampa, Wes.
He talking about they ended.
But we were in San Francisco when it ended too.
Right, yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, you buy the ticket with the expectation of winning. You don't buy the ticket with the expectation of losing. You buy the expectation of being there in the moment. You know what I'm saying? And because guess what? Like my boy Wayne said, I never loved a woman. I only love the moments. You know what I'm saying? And that's what the season really comes down to. That's what it really comes down to. This their fandom is creating those moments that you can hold on to. I mean, I didn't been in some game. Like, listen, we was in the building when we lost this game. Man, we was in the building, bruh. We was there. That mess, trust me, me and Chuck was there. That mess sucks. But guess what?
So am I the only one that's superstitious? Cause if I keep losing like that, I'm like, man, I might need to stay my ass at home the next game.
But I was also in the building.
I'm superstitious, bro. I'm like, I can't just be doing all this crazy stuff.
But think about this: we was also in the building for the Atlanta game too, when the Cowboys were 26.
I was ready to fight leaving the stadium.
Man,
bro, come on now, baby.
Yeah, bro.
Hey, so let's talk about the matter at hand, Ken, folks. Because we got a lot of stuff.
That was my first Cowboy L in the playoffs.
Indeed, man. So let's talk
Sorry
about
that. Somebody tried to call me. Always call me right when I'm live. I don't know what's wrong, dude. Go ahead.
It's okay. They probably want a jersey or a hat. Shameless plug.
No, he wants to talk Cowboy talk. Like, literally, he sees me live and then literally
with somebody.
Yeah. Let's try this. All right, so yeah, let's talk about the matter at hand, though, man. So the Dallas Cowboys got a bunch of changes that are going to come down the pipeline. One that's probably not going to happen. I know a lot of folks are done with the boy Dan Quinn, but the odds say that job is not going to be his. So the new odds for the for the Seattle Seahawks head coaching position go Mike McDaniel from the Ravens, their DC. Ben Johnson got a better chance, and then they said Dan Quinn is a strong third candidate. So betting guys, they bet on everything. You can bet on the presidency now. That shit wild. But they got odds saying that Dan Quinn probably ain't gonna get that job, and he's not the front runner for the Washington Commander job. So odds are Dan Quinn will be back as the defensive coordinator for the Dallas Cowboys in the 2024 season. So listen. He's not the worst defensive coordinator in the world. But he does have some flaws in his philosophy and some of the things that he wants to do. So now that we're here together, we're going to talk about how we can fix the Dallas Cowboys defense if Dan Quinn returns. And this is going to be the topic. So who wants to start? Who got some bright ideas, want to help us brainstorm in getting this fixed, man? Because you want to start, King K?
I want to start right now. I want to go right now. Start with Mozzie Smith. It starts with Mozzie Smith. The reason I say that,
damn, he said that and literally
he's supposed to get pushed up the middle. They said he's not just a run stopper. They're going to use him in a pass rush to push the pocket and all of this. And I don't want to say he was a no-show. He showed flashes, but little flashes though. Like I think it starts with Mozzie Smith. Number one. Number two, health is a concern. Leighton Vander Esch, Trayvon Diggs coming off of ACL. That didn't help. Hank is getting hurt late in the year. That didn't help. But that's where I would start at.
Man.
Mozzie Smith, make sure he's ready.
I mean, I agree to an extent.
Yeah, to an extent. It's not all him.
But I just want to say, you asked the man to lose 40 pounds, and I'm not really sure why.
Yeah,
I want a big body in the middle of my defense to help, eat up space.
Exactly.
Be a detriment to the run game, and the man was basically playing it as a 3-tech, man. We like the dude was too little to do the job that they asked him to do. So I agree with that, but I also agree you need better linebacker play overall. Yep. Because one, like you mentioned, Leighton Vander Esch was hurt, but I'm also not going to sit here in front of y'all and act like I think Leighton Vander Esch is a great linebacker. Now, I usually grade him on a curve, right? Because they had Leighton Vander Esch playing middle linebacker, and when he made his All-Pro selection, he was an outside linebacker, right? He was a weak side linebacker when he was an All-Pro selection. So I usually grade the man on a curve in regards to that because he's also playing out of his true position. So you need a true middle linebacker, in my humble opinion, and you really just need to match personnel when it comes down to it, man. Because listen, if I came up to y'all, right, like totally random scenario, if I came up to y'all and I was trying to fight, and I'm with 4'5" dudes at 6'5", 230, 250 pounds, or you finna go get your littlest cousin to come back and try to box it out with?
Hell no.
All right, so that's what the hell Dan Quinn has been doing basically when it comes to matching personnel. He stayed
overmatched.
Yeah, they're overmatched, man. And it's not that they're not willing to do it a lot of the times. Like a lot of the times the mind is willing, but the body is weak. Like you cannot ask people to play out of position and be undersized and be able to take that pounding up front against those pulling guards and offensive linemen, and then some of these teams go super heavy. You might see 22 or 21 personnel depending on who the hell you go up against.
Well, I'll slightly push back on this narrative, right? Because this is the hot topic button about Dan Quinn and linebackers. And what we got to understand, y'all, when we went into camp, we had 7 linebackers on the roster. We had LVE, we drafted Overshown, we had Clark, we had Jabril Cox, we had Harper, we had Jefferson. There was like one more, right? So I think that Dan Quinn does value linebackers. I think what really happened was we got wiped out, and instead of going to the store and going to buy some more linebackers and replenish it, he said, I can work with what we got in house. You know what I'm saying? So you converted, Marquise Bell, who was the same small, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I feel like we had everything already in house until we got wiped out. And I'm putting that ownership on the front office, y'all, because if you think about this, they went out when we were talking about the whole Shaq Leonard thing. They took Shaq Leonard out to lunch. Like, they knew that we need linebackers, but the Cowboys front office didn't do everything that needed to happen to go get those linebackers. Maybe if we didn't waste a 4th round pick on Trey Lance, we could have traded for a linebacker. So I felt like Dan Quinn was kind of strapped at that position where there was nowhere else to really go as far as the linebacker position is concerned, because you really have Rashaan Evans, Damone Clark, and me, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what I'm saying. Like, we kind of got wiped out. So, I think that if we did have LVE out there, of course, we'd have played linebackers. If we had, some more healthier linebackers, we'd have went with them. But the thing that I hate is, why'd you get rid of Harper? You know what I'm saying? Why'd you just let Harper walk for a backup center, I believe? You know what I'm saying? So why were you waiving linebackers when you already knew that linebacker room was short? And I'm not sure if that was a Dan Quinn thing, was it a front office thing?
I was about to ask her, like, who you gonna put that blame on, though?
I don't know. I was just gonna say, I don't know. Yeah. I feel like Dan Quinn, I feel like the Stephen Jones and Jerry Jones probably came down to him and said, "Can you make it work with this?" He said, "Yeah, sure." So versus saying, "Hell no, bro, I need some line. I need something to happen." But it's like they just didn't do it. There's no sense of urgency to address the position, because honestly, we were playing perfectly fine until the Bills came out there and exposed it. And by the time we got exposed, there was no way they could, fix things. So, that's my thing with Dan Quinn. And a lot of Cowboys fans, of course, they want bloodshed, a blood sacrifice because we lost. But at the end of the day, y'all, the reason I'm welcoming Dan Quinn back is because the Cowboys aren't going to go external and get someone better than Dan Quinn. You know what I'm saying? I just don't think that's the case. And so if it's going to be anybody's going to be our defensive coordinator, it's going to be an internal hire that's probably going to try to run Dan Quinn's scheme and keep things simplistic. Well, then just give me Dan Quinn back. And we saw him today at the East-West Shrine Bowl. He's already had a Cowboys gear. He was looking at players, talking to prospects. Just come back to work, fam. Let's just, replenish the cupboard, get Trayvon Diggs back, get Overshown back, load the clip, and go back out there and play. Because if you tell me we're about to bring in Ron Rivera to replace Dan Quinn, I'm like, hell nah, bro. Just keep it. Just keep it the way it is. So that's where I'm at when it comes to the Dan Quinn's the defensive coordinator.
So you about the D tackle though? The D tackle situation though.
Yeah, I got some ideas on defensive tackle, but I was about to say, I just wanted to piggyback off what Tuck was saying about the linebacker. Like, we would have played LVE, but we don't look at LV like he's good though. You know what I'm saying? So that's my problem. It's like we still wouldn't have addressed it really. We would have just put a guy there. So like that's why. Yeah, we would have just put a warm body in position. So I'm really just trying to see, like, we need a solution though, right? You know what I'm saying? We tried Overshown, but he got hurt. We talking like Overshown gonna be the second coming, but we haven't even seen him on the field yet. So that's what I'm saying. Like, it's some easy solutions in the free agency market. We know we don't do that, but it's still like we gotta raise that up. We gotta bring that up because the defensive tackle market is rich in the free agents. It's rich. It's rich in linebacker too. You got an all-pro and Bobby Wagner right there. All you got to do is sign him. You ain't got to trade. You ain't got to do nothing. We done missed out on him for several years. This man still became all-pro again last year. So like, I mean, and then like we already told you a draft guy. We knew not to get a defensive tackle and expect him to be ready, microwavable. We knew that. So I was preaching that the whole draft season. I didn't want a rookie defensive tackle. I said that a million times. But the Cowboys went ahead and did it. So we would have been naive to look at that as a solution. You know what I'm saying? That's just a future move. Most of that draft was futuristic. So so if we think about it, the form of attack we should be going out for, we should be trying to put pressure on these boys to go free agency. Because like, we got linebackers there. We got defensive tackles there, bro. Why would we sit up? It makes no sense to draft another one. Because he gonna be ready in another 4 years. We need defensive tackle help right now. Right now.
And I agree with you. Like, for the linebacker and also defensive tackle, you go and get you a veteran guy. Don't play around with it. You know what I'm saying? Because like you're saying, with Overshown, we saw with Overshown the upside potential, but he's coming off of ACL. We all know how that goes. Like, go get you a guy that you 1000% guaranteed know what you're getting out of the linebacker room, and that way you don't have to worry about it. And I feel like that's the Cowboys' biggest fault. They always put a Band-Aid on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, bro, go in and get what you need and just be done with it and not have to worry about it. For defensive tackles, I know a lot of people talking about Mozzie, but me personally, I'm moving with Mozzie. Like, is he just kind of an afterthought? You know what I'm saying? If he works, he works. You know what I'm saying? I am not gonna. If you get a Trevontre Sweat, like I saw in the chat, I'm getting him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not sitting there like nobody from last year's class job is safe. I don't give a damn who you are.
Nobody.
Hey, let me interject for y'all real quick. I got some supers I want to read.
And then I'm gonna go after them. I'm gonna go after them supers, man.
Yeah, you good, man. Yeah, it's your time. Reclaim your time, kinfolk.
Oh no, I'm good, man. I'm just sapping up all this good talk.
Indeed, man. Cole Cowboy hit me with a 5-piece on the Cash App, man. Salute to my brother. Make sure y'all go follow my boy page too, man. Salute. He said he wants to bring in Grover Stewart, defensive tackle. I wouldn't mind bringing the boy in either, because he's a damn good player in my opinion. Definitely would help you up front, big body. Yep. So I wouldn't mind getting
known for stopping the run.
Known for stopping the run. Samson Harvey hit with a 5-piece on one of y'all end. He said, "Do y'all think that we can afford 2 studs in free agency?" Yes. Matter of fact, I made a video not too long ago. The Dallas Cowboys can clear over $60 million in cap space with about 5 roster moves. If you were to extend Dak Prescott, you save over $26 million. Save over $26 million in cap space. If you were to restructure Trayvon Diggs at 7.9, you restructure Zach Martin, it's about 12.5. If you post June 1st cut Michael Gallup, that's another just about $10 million. So you can clear all the cap space in the world. That's about
the pie is a lie.
Yeah, pie is a lie. That's about $60 million you clear. You're $20 million in the hole. You can get back up to about $40 million in cap space without doing anything drastic.
Then you're gonna get another $9 million when you let Michael Gallup go.
Yeah, that's why you get about 9.5. You cut Michael.
No, now they want to let him go.
And then you get about another 4.9 if you restructure Terrence Steele.
I mean, because if we being fully honest, I mean, as bad as it was, our run defense actually improved this year from last year. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? We just gave up more touchdowns as far as the yards is concerned. Our run defense was better. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, Dan Quinn has never been a good run stopping defense. You know what I'm saying? You kind of go back to the Legion of Boom. He had it there. I think he had like 2 seasons when he was top 10 in Atlanta. But if you look historically, run defense has never been in the strong range. And so maybe you have to bring in someone else to kind of help assist with that. As far as the run defense, like, game plan is concerned. But, I don't know.
Man, shoot, my thoughts on the whole, I think Dan Quinn's philosophy is exactly what Dan Phillips' philosophy is. The first 2 things that Dan Quinn did when he came to Dallas, free agent wise, is he brought Keanu Neal in, a safety, and converted him to be a linebacker, paid him $5 million, and had him our most expensive linebacker on our team right there, even though he was playing safety, which failed miserably. You know what I'm saying? Right. Then the second move, you know what he did? He cut Jalen Smith, who was your true middle linebacker, who was also averaging 125 touchdowns, tackles a season. Now, for whatever reason, he became the most hated Dallas Cowboy player of all time.
Hold on, Wes. Did you post that thing, that text I sent you?
No, I don't. Which one? Because you be sending me a lot of stuff that I be posting on Twitter.
If you take Jalen Smith, and Cowboys fans are gonna be pissed about this. You take Jalen Smith.
Oh yeah.
You're in Dallas. If you take Jalen Smith last year in Dallas and compare it to Fred Warner this year, I saw him.
Yeah, he's having a way better season. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna tell you, people, Cowboy fans, listen to me. They got sold that Jalen was just, I don't know, man, like one of the most lovable guys you'll ever meet, who is currently still a Dallas Cowboy fan. Whatever, I don't know. But that's what his philosophy is. And I'm gonna tell you this right here. I think Dan Quinn never really liked it, the real true linebackers on our team. That's why he allowed guys like Devin Harper to never get an opportunity. Like, Devin Harper never got an opportunity.
Which was a mistake.
He played in preseason because that's kind of like a numbers game. That's kind of like out of your control, because everybody that's on the team that's healthy has to play in preseason, because you got to have film on these guys. You got to be able to evaluate them. If you're not playing someone, they're going to be like, hey, what's going on with it? Why aren't you giving us some film on it? But and this is a dude that's only really known for the run, not a coverage guy. What did they do? They let him. They let him go. And I'm gonna tell you, they're willing. Like, this is my thing. Like, you can have a thing, but when that thing breaks down, that really determines how really like you are about your team. Like, one of the biggest compliments I heard about the 49ers when they was playing this week is when they said this. They said, you know what? one thing that the stats will say about the 49ers is this. They are one of the few teams in the NFL, if not the only team, regardless of how much they are down, they will still run the football.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to tell you something. You saw that. And then the dude started breaking it down. And he said the reason why they do that is because the 49ers understand that the run game is not about getting 5 yards, 5 yards, 5 yards, 5 yards. Because they said they understand with Christian McCaffrey. It's about getting 3 yards, 3 yards, 2 yards. Boom, he breaks a 50-yard runner. You know what I'm saying? It's about the willingness to do it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think he has the willingness to do it. I think Dan Quinn's mind thinks like this. And you know what? I'm gonna keep it real with you. In a whole season thing, it makes sense. If you had to focus on one thing, stopping the pass or stopping the run, in 2024, realistically, they're throwing the ball 40 times. They're throwing the ball 50 times a game. So on a season thing, it works. Why? Because for the most part, teams are going to try to throw on you. But the problem with Dan Quinn runs into is in a one-game tournament, it doesn't make sense to throw the ball 40 times. In a one-game tournament, because that's what the playoff is, you win one game and then you get to play next week. You know what I'm saying? In a one-game tournament, it makes more sense to do what? Run the football and stop the run. Well, guess what? His philosophy isn't built around that. And think about this: when we go to the playoffs, bro, we don't ever get aired out. It's never about the air. It's never about teams airing us out. But on a full game season, on a 17-game season, you're like, damn, the Cowboys have one of the better defense. But the problem is our little flaw ends up being the thing that puts us out the playoffs every year. Because guess what? Only problem is when we get to the playoffs, people aren't throwing the ball 40, 50 times. So when people ask me questions like, where was Micah Parsons at in the playoffs?
Yeah.
Well, my question is this, right? Green Bay Packers was at one point in the game getting 6.3 yards a game. Where do you think Micah Parsons, his ass should have been chasing a running back like everybody else? Like, what are you talking about? It's not the quarterback that's kicking our ass. It's the motherfucking running back who had three touchdowns. And y'all were talking about sacks? What was Sacks going to do against Green Bay? Nothing. But piss them off. That's it.
Yeah. With the way that they constructed their offense, most of their big plays came off of play action. So you're right.
Yeah, bro. Like, bro, what was the sack gonna do for us?
Yeah. Hey, real quick. Shout out to Marcus Hardison. He hit somebody with a 10-piece.
Appreciate you, bro.
I hear an echo as well. He said, sounds like a lot of cope. Defensive tackles got slimmer and linebackers got cut under Dan Quinn, but he continued to get a pass, decided to take job interviews instead of a game planning for the playoffs, so fuck him. Listen, I'm not giving Dan a pass for what happened because if you look at the overall, what he did in the 2022 season, right, compared to the 2023 season, Dan Quinn defense regressed. If you look at points given up to teams with winning records, right, the people that you will play in the postseason, you don't play too many teams with losing records. He allowed 20 points per game against losing teams and 20 points per game against teams with winning records in 2022. Right. In 2023, he allowed only 11 points per game to teams with losing records, but it jumped all the way up to damn near 29 points per game against teams with winning records.
And
that means your offense has to score 35 points against good teams.
That's the real conversation that Cowboys fans need to understand.
Well, Cowboys fans ain't trying to understand that. They don't even understand.
But here's and this is why I was saying about the whole thing when I was like against the home field advantage, because it's cap. When you watch this Dallas Cowboys team play against a competent quarterback, we're like a completely different team. You know what I'm saying? So we're pretty much defense is turnover or bust. But if you have a quarterback, a quarterback that can get the ball out of his hands quickly, is not going to turn over the ball, we will struggle. And we saw that all season this year and also last year. You know what I'm saying? So that's when I was starting to scout Jordan Love. I was like, oh, damn, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because
they're averaging 2 touchdowns a game.
Yeah, and so it's just like it's just one of those things where it's like I feel like the Cowboys as a whole, offensively and defensively, we have to step up versus better quality opponents across the board. You see what I'm saying?
I was just about to say, Love, up to that point was probably the best quarterback we had played, because at that point he was playing better than Jalen Hurts. He was playing better than, because the best 2 quarterbacks in football since November 1st, Dak Prescott and Jordan Love. That's factual. Right. That dude was averaging 2.5 touchdowns a game.
He's under the grid.
Yeah.
Hey, real quick, let me get this super. Then, landlord, I got you. He said Patrick Jones was pushing that line back. He wrecked that game for the Ravens. I won't. Oh, you talking about Chris Jones?
Chris Jones.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know Patrick Jones.
Chris Jones gonna be definitely.
Chris Jones is out of our range, man.
Yeah, he can't afford
it. Chris Jones ain't trying to come no damn Dallas.
Hell nah, bro.
He used to win.
He getting money and he winning.
Yeah.
He got two mob bosses.
I'm gonna tell you this: he'll want more money to come to Dallas. He'll want more money to come to Dallas.
So what you finna say, Lan?
I kind of lost my train of thought. I forgot what Tuck was saying. So yeah.
I think you talk about
the opponents.
Yeah. We were talking about the defense. Yeah. When I think about it though, bro, like if you really watch the games, we do watch the games. We hardly ever get 3 and outs. So you know what I'm saying? We don't get a real stop. I'm gonna tell you this. I'm ready to stand on this. Almost every offense drives the ball on us.
Mm-hmm.
They really do. They always drive on us. We rarely get a 3 and out. Even if we get a stop, they might get like 2 first downs, then we make them punt. Like they always gonna drive down the field. So this defense is literally turnover or bust, like we said. Like without a turnover, this defense is vulnerable, y'all. Like for real. We really got some problems on this defense.
Right. If you go back to Miami, right, Dak gets the lead in the fourth quarter. Dolphins get the ball back, drive all the way down the field.
Yeah, did whatever they wanted.
And if you go back to even Detroit, right, Detroit gets the final drives all the way down the field, scores, gets a 2-point conversion. Luckily, you know what I'm saying? So it's like we didn't show anything this season that, hey, if we have to face a real killer, that our defense can show up. And it's just like, yeah, we just really turn over a bus. That's how this Cowboys defense has been built. But that's what really needs to change. We need stops. You know what I'm saying? It's either a sack or a turnover. You know what I'm saying? Like, can you just get a 3 and out and get off the field and get the ball back to our quarterback when we need you? That's what this defense hasn't shown the capability to do thus far.
And you know what that means?
That means shout out to Forever Runway Fashion for the 20-piece on somebody in. He blessed somebody.
On my end. I appreciate you, sir.
That's real. He said Jerry didn't fill the holes when Diggs and LVE got injured. That wasn't Dan's fault. I'll agree with that part. Why not trade for a top 5 middle linebacker and cornerback instead of relying on Dan to work with scraps? And it caught up to us against Green Bay because Tony Stark built this suit in a cave with a bunch of
Hey, but listen to me. I can't be. I'm not with this woe is Dan crap because Dan Quinn came in here and Dan Quinn was getting stuff before the head coach was getting stuff. I promise you, Dan Quinn didn't got more picks. Like Dan Quinn got a defensive tackle. I'm 41 years. Listen to me. My barber keep me looking good. I'm 41 years old. I never in my life would have thought the Cowboys would have realistically drafted a defensive tackle. That's Dan Quinn. Listen to me. We can be.
Trey got his money. All the defense will go smooth.
I'm just saying we can't blame the devil for everything. Some of this stuff we doing is us. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So you think if Dan Quinn said, you know what, I need Roquan Smith. Go get me Roquan Smith.
I don't think he said he needed Roquan Smith.
They didn't give him back.
I'm gonna tell you why. Because I don't believe that is his philosophy. I believe that Dan Quinn's philosophy is what he first did. You always gotta when you first get a job. You're not going. When I first get a job, you know what I used to do with these cell phone companies? I used to bring the homies up in there. You want to know why? Because I knew all the homies knew how to sell. You know what I'm saying? I would only hire the homies. You know what I'm saying? Because I knew they knew how to sell, and I needed instant success right now. I ain't need to teach nobody. I needed people that I knew how to rock right now. What was the first thing he did? He brought in Keanu Neal and put Keanu. He's the one that brought this idea. The problem is Dallas is the first place where we're really letting him just be this mad scientist. In Atlanta, they was like, hell no, sit your ass down, bro. That shit did not work in the Super Bowl. Here's the reason why they kept on winning us. Because think about this. Tom Brady really didn't bring them back in that Super Bowl. You know what it was? It was the run game. If you go look at that Super Bowl that Atlanta dropped, it was the run game that brought them back.
Right.
Ha-ha. There lies the problem. Dan Quinn's defense, that's always been his problem. And I'm gonna tell you this right now. If I'm a team and I'm down 17 points, but I can still hand the ball off to Christian McCaffrey and he's getting 6 yards per carry, Right. I don't give a damn what the score is. We gonna win this game.
He said, "Damn, well, that's true."
We gonna win this game because you're not stopping the run. We beating ourselves right now.
Hey, real quick,
preaching right now.
Hey, let me get this 5-piece from Wordologist first. I'm gonna let everybody respond to this. He said, in y'all's opinion, what should the draft priority be round 1, 2, and 3? I'm a cop out. BPA. Because listen, you got way too many holes for me to be worried about it being strictly through the draft.
Yeah.
Like if you get a middle linebacker, I want him to have a wife, a side piece, and like a couple hustles outside of the NFL. If you get another defensive tackle, I need him to have bad credit card debt and a messed up relationship with his dad. And he wasn't there. I need a grown ass man.
Shout out to Wordologist though.
To help
Appreciate
me to fix what I got going on with my team. Because you ain't finna do nothing with no young kids coming out the draft trying to fight grown men.
I will say I will say we can look. I just don't want the Cowboys to trick us and act like the draft is our only solution. It's like it's gonna fix everything. Listen, we've been trying that for years. That's not the truth. It's not gonna work. You see what I'm saying? Other teams, ain't nobody else doing this.
I mean, it works. Detroit did. It works, but it just takes too long.
Detroit still went and got a quarterback though.
But I'm saying, I think what a lot of people look over, our draft class screwed us last year. Like, make no mistake.
Really did. Yeah.
We got zero value across the board. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, time out. Did it screw us, or did we put ourselves in a position to get screwed? Because we had a whole 4-month thing. Because listen, the draft. See, this is what people got to understand. Free agency is what's supposed to fix your team. The draft is just supposed to be replenishing what you think you're supposed to lose. If you're going into the draft trying to save your team with some kids, these is all kids. Yeah. If you're going into the draft,
we can't do that because we got a kid back there, number 11, who changed our franchise just like that.
Yeah, but listen to me. You
gotta be aggressive though. You can't sit back and get leaped in the draft and sit back. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to.
That is also true.
You know what I'm saying?
But even the last time we really he's only one player. You can't. Mike is not going to fix your team.
We see what Philly's doing, right? Philly is going up, being aggressive.
They're doing everything.
We just sit back and just let the board fall to us.
At this point, I wouldn't care if we shot and miss. We got to shoot, bro. We got to shoot.
But you need to shoot in free agency. You got to shoot in free agency. You need grown ass men.
Yeah, I'm saying you gotta shoot though, bro. Like you gonna miss all of them if you don't shoot. You know what I'm saying? We sit up here pump faking. We pump faking the whole time. Yeah. Like the Eagles, at least we can sit up and laugh at the Eagles for doing something, for attempting to be better and then failing. But we're not doing that though. We're not even attempting to fix the problem. Right. See, this what I want to avoid this year.
That means they haven't identified the problem then.
That they got the problem, but they want to listen.
No, they may not know.
Hold on. This is what I want to say for 2024, y'all. Don't let them sell us on these Cinderella story players, bro.
They gonna sell us. You can't buy
it. Don't buy it. They gonna sell what they want. Don't buy it.
Tell them about the letter you got.
Just don't buy it, bro. Because all I'm saying is that's a cop out. I said something too, Tuck. And I kind of want to hear your analogy on this because you pointed out that safety that Baltimore had, man. I was over there so jealous. I'm like, oh my God, bro. The Cowboys ain't never invested no money into a safety. Now, I know we got 3 safeties, but we still got them in the bargain basement type vibes. I said, just imagine if we really went and invested in a safety, really went and invested some resources in a defensive tackle outside of the draft. You can go get some of these people in free agency. Look, it's certain positions that I wouldn't want to screw. We too good of a team to screw around in the draft with these positions. Like a linebacker, man, go get you a linebacker.
Hey, look at the linebacker play.
Go get you a defensive tackle in free agency, bro. Like you ain't got to play with them positions. The free agency market is full with defensive tackles, bro.
Absolutely.
Chris Jones gonna be available. Sheldon Rankin's gonna be available. You got Leonard Williams gonna be available. Like all
DJ Reader.
Another one. Full of people, bro. All you got to do is go sign one of them people, bro. You ain't got to give up no other resources. All you got to do is pay them. And that'll instantly it'll instantly impact your defensive line. Instantly.
Yeah,
Hey, look,
and,
you guys,
those are positions that aren't even expensive when we talk about the grand scheme of things. Like defensive tackles, unless you're a sack master, are not going to go out here and get groundbreaking money. Safeties aren't going to go out here and get groundbreaking money. Really, even listen,
nothing on defense except for a corner. Nothing on defense.
Corners and pass rushers, right? The best
Yeah,
pass
that's
rushers
it.
get the money. The best corners get the money.
Now that's a strategy right there.
Yeah,
that's a strategy. Go get the premier positions in the draft.
Hey,
the best linebacker in the league only make $20 million a year.
Here's what we're asking the Cowboys to do, right? And they don't put their money where their mouth is, right? Every year they come and say, man, I would do anything. This is not acceptable losing. Go put your money where your mouth is and go be aggressive and show Cowboys fans that you are all in this year on winning a Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? Even though everything happened with Philly, like Philly fans, you can't be mad because, like, bro, they went and loaded the clip again.
They tried.
Super Bowl. They tried.
They did.
At the end of the day, I can't sit back and say the Cowboys did everything that they could do to win a Super Bowl this year. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though we love Gilmore, we love Brendan Cooks, that's bargain basement. You know what I'm saying?
I said exactly.
Yeah, and also you got to remember a lot of the moves that we did. You know, it's like if your bank account is at negative 12. If you only put $9 in your account, bro, you still negative bread. You understand? So it's like a lot of the moves that we did were just literally to get us back at like now. Obviously, what would you rather have in your account? Negative $12 or $0? Me personally, give me the $0. You know what I'm saying?
Just case in point, right?
Exactly. So we took and a lot of like Gilmore didn't because Trevon Diggs went down. It didn't put us up. It literally just went. You know what I mean? Yeah. All of our decisions. We don't really make decisions to make us better. We make decisions to keep us good. And the thing about it is, it's like, if you just lost in the playoffs, then being that good is not good enough. You know what I'm saying? One of my subscribers said something that moved me. He said, listen, man, I know everybody's mad about this team, but guess what? Everything on this team, we needed to get to right here. And everything that we don't have on this team is what we need to
get over that hump.
Hey,
I said this.
Somebody just posted, bro. Go that comment he just posted. That's exactly what I'm talking about right there. Jerry Jones was aggressive for Trey Lance. Like, are you serious? Aggressive for Lance, but not a linebacker or DT. He picked up the phone and said, I didn't let San Fran off the phone. I gave them whatever. I didn't talk to no scouts. I didn't talk to Mike McCarthy or nothing. I just did it. So why don't we have that same type of mentality for positions that we really need? You know what I'm saying?
He never cared about defense. What are you talking about?
Think about that.
We had an Asian dude named
I know exactly why they. I know exactly why.
I know why
because Jerry.
For Dak.
Yeah, because Jerry Jones make his own decisions. He didn't listen. Jerry Jones did not talk to Mike McCarthy or Will McClay about getting Trey Lance. He said he just made that move and he can do that because he's the GM.
Right.
He's the GM, the owner, the vice president,
and fellas, and guess what?
Else in the world.
And I would say, and not to just crap all on Jerry Jones, but listen to me. Jerry Jones has probably made a bunch of decisions like that we don't know about that did work. So that's what kind of gives him the confidence. Now, we always know about the decisions that don't. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, that, just to give him a little, give him.
I mean, the only reason we know about it because he talked too damn much.
Because Jerry talks, and Jerry is honest about things.
Think about this though.
Can I say this point real quick? If you go look at PFF's top linebackers, top 12 linebackers, guess what? 4 of them are what? All on the teams that were playing in the NFL playoffs this week.
Yep, that's very.
You know what I'm saying? If you go look at I think it was HTM and Landlord. I think y'all did a show and the title was "How Far Are We from the teams that are playing in the Super Bowl?" And I was really thinking about that, like, damn, like really, how far are we from these teams? Like, or not even just from the teams, because honestly, it's not even just the Super Bowl, because we saw from guess what? Lamar was a touchback away from tying. You know what I'm saying? So it's just not about being the best team. You got to have a little luck on that day too.
Right,
like all your ducks got to be in the row.
Luck is involved.
Luck is a huge factor, bro.
Brock Purdy he had an interception turned into a 50-yard completion.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Like, how do you?
That was crazy.
That's why I be trying to tell people that like the NFL is rigged. I'm like, bro, how do you rig that?
You can't rehearse that shit.
Like, how do you rig that? You know what I'm saying?
Only grace I get them on that is the refs. The refs can be compromised.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But let's think about this. I'm gonna keep it real with you. When you watch the 49ers game, the NFC Championship game, and you watch the AFC Championship game, the superstars in that game was Roquan Smith and Fred Warner.
Mm-hmm.
You want to know why though? One of the biggest differences between the Ravens, it's a bad.
Sorry. Yeah, no.
Is it me? Okay. One of the biggest differences between San Francisco and the Ravens, it seems like you got to get them props because they zig when everybody else zag. You know what I mean? Like when everybody else said, I don't care about no linebackers, they said, hey, we got linebackers. When everybody else said, we don't care about run game, they went and moved multiple first and went and got a running back. That sounds crazy these days. Do you know what they did to get CMC, bro?
Right.
That sounds ridiculous. Like people was laughing at us for drafting Zeke first round. They was like, y'all crazy.
You know what that is?
That's to show you how far away we was, like from valuing a running back. San Francisco said, y'all don't need running backs. We value it, so we gonna go get it.
And you know what that is? That's identity. They have an identity of who they want to be. You know what I'm saying? We're going to run the ball and we're going to play good defense and get pressure. Like that's their identity in San Francisco. But when you think about the Cowboys, I don't know, what are we, a passing team? We are a running team? Are we I don't know. We just do
we're a running team by history, but not by history. Not by statistics, no.
And that's what I keep trying to tell people about the 49ers, right? They have John Lynch as a GM. He built this team in his image. They're just tough, physical. Like this is how this man played. A lot of y'all might be young. John Lynch,
GM.
You know what I'm saying? He's a GM. He's tough.
That sounds so good.
And he built this team in his image. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when it comes to the Cowboys, I'm not sure like what type of team we're trying to build. We're just doing a little bit of this, a little bit of that. And so
I said this one time. So it's so crazy when I seen you on Boss Show. I promise you said almost the same exact thing I said, but we weren't even talking to communicate. I said, bro, if Jerry the boss in the building, who you think the team gonna take out?
Right, yeah.
They gonna play like Jerry.
Well, like Jerry.
They don't play like Mike McCarthy. He is the boss.
Right.
So your team supposed to take the likeness of the coach. But the coach is not, they don't have all the power in Dallas.
They have
so
zero.
Who they gonna play like?
Right.
Every time Mike McCarthy say something, they like. Every time Mike McCarthy say something, man, them boys like, well, let's see what Jerry say.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Let me wait to see what Jerry say.
I gave the analogy, right? Let's say Mike McCarthy says, you know what? We done with Oxnard. Next year, it's 2-a-day camps in Texas. What's going to happen?
Well, I wouldn't want to. Well, that's a bad example because man, Oxnard is like 75.
No. It's very nice.
They need to have their ass in extreme heat, 105-degree weather.
Yeah, because they play in extreme heat.
Yeah, they need to toughen their ass up
because they play in extreme heat. They
don't play in 70-degree weather in the playoffs either, do they?
Yeah, what are you talking about? Listen to me. If you play in the AT&T Stadium, you do. What you talking about? They just lost in 75 degrees.
They lost AT&T Stadium and they lost to the 49ers. Don't matter. Them niggas soft. They got to get better than that.
That's part of the soft culture, right? Think about
that ain't a part of no soft culture.
They need to work out in the heat like the rest of us, man. They fly across the country.
I don't think. Listen to me. I don't listen. I'll say it like this. I don't think there's a soft culture when it comes to these players and teams. I'm associated with these dudes enough to know that these dudes do want to win. And I'm gonna be honest with you. Hold up. I understand what Jerry Jones.
Question their will.
I'm not mentioning their will. But what I'm saying is, I do know this, that Jerry Jones has his influence, but it's not more influence and more influence because you got to remember one thing about the Dallas Cowboys playing for the Cowboys is this: you don't have no big money. You know what I'm saying? So everybody on the Dallas Cowboys has to play to their max, or you will probably be retiring after the Cowboys. Why? Because you don't make a lot of money being a Dallas Cowboy. You literally got to go somewhere else to make more money. And players know that. They know that now. So that's why I say, like, I don't think there's a weak mentality when it comes. Because most of these dudes are all underdog stories, bro. Kenny Clark is an underdog story. Freaking think about this. Donovan Wilson is an underdog story. Everybody on the defense is an underdog story. So
what that got to do with them not being prepared?
What it has to do with this? It has to do with this, bro.
Hold on, dog. Hold on.
We don't have the physical.
Y'all got West hot.
Y'all
got West hot.
Soon as a Dallas Cowboy player comes to Dallas and put that star on, we as fans lift them up on a pedestal. They don't have to scrape and scrap and fight.
No. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that because it took Donovan Wilson 3 years to be on that field. It took Donovan Wilson 3 years to get on that field.
Let him get it out. Let him get it out real quick.
How many Deebo Samuel commercials have y'all seen?
I live in San Francisco. I mean, I live in Southern California, so I see quite a lot.
How many Fred Warner commercials have y'all seen?
Right.
But they're the 49ers, though. That has nothing to do. Listen, that has nothing. Listen to me. The Lakers suck right now. You see them on commercials all the day. Bro, that's marketing.
How many times? I don't even. You probably wouldn't even be able to spot Myles Garrett in the lineup.
But listen to me. All those commercials are done before the season.
Commercial. I haven't seen any of that. Soon as you are a Dallas Cowboys player, jersey sales, spotlight, everything is different.
Who said it was? It's the environment that they are in.
We're talking about the culture. That's everything.
The culture. Think about this. The Dallas Cowboys now have to go to the road to Buffalo and play in the snow. Who has the advantage? Buffalo, because they're built from that. They built from that.
The Dallas Cowboys. Josh Allen throw more interceptions at home than any quarterback.
And we got all ran down our throat.
Man, you crazy.
We have that
we just seen it.
Texas football, even from high school to college, what is their mindset? It's not, no, we play in this heat. We practice 2 days in this heat. We are built for this. We don't have that. The Houston Texans don't go to Oxnard. You know what I'm saying? The university, the Dallas Cowboys, when I grew up, the Dallas Cowboys I grew up loving under Jimmy Johnson, they had camp at the University of Texas in Austin. That's where I grew up watching the Cowboys train, was in the University of Austin, Texas. They wasn't going to Oxnard. It's a soft culture, y'all. It's a soft culture.
It is.
You want to go out where it's nice and breezy weather and easy to digest, where you have to have some type of toughness, some identity with this team, and we don't have
everything is cute at. See, this is my thing right here. I'll say this. I feel like with the weather conditions, bro. With the weather conditions, I'm finna be quick. With the weather conditions, I ain't gonna lie. I really do feel like that add an element of toughness, though.
Thank you.
Real talk with the weather conditions, because look, if you play ball before, bro, when you go out there in the freezing cold, you like shit. You know what I'm saying? If you don't have to do it that bitch, that's the mindset. Like you gotta be really tough to do that. If it's pouring down, and cold, I'm finna be quick. I'm just explaining that I do feel like the weather. It takes toughness to deal with outside conditions. It do. Toughness. Like you have to be mentally tough and just a physically tough ass dude to want to go out there and play football under those conditions.
Right.
Okay, now can I say mine now? Okay, let me brush up some facts. Houston does not practice outside. They practice inside that big ass dome that they have down there at their stadium, and they let their fans come in there and they play for free. That's what every single team does. Ain't no team playing outside. You want to know why? Because the NFLPA has a certain temperature where NFL teams cannot be outside no matter where you are. So ain't nobody outside in no 112-degree weather. You want to know why? Because ain't nobody trying to get sued. Now, the reason why the Dallas Cowboys do it is because it's cheaper to be in California outside where you ain't got to pay for it versus in Houston. And you got to remember, the Houston Texans own their stadium. The Dallas Cowboys, we don't. You
Bro, we have a practice facility in Frisco.
We do. But remember, we're only in Oxnard for a month. We're not in Oxnard for our whole training camp.
Right.
We're
so what's the difference? What's the difference?
The difference is this. Houston is practicing. We cannot give Houston credit for practicing outside, and they're not. They're practicing inside in a dome, the exact same place where they play. The only difference is, and guess what? That's controlled weather.
We have outside practices in Frisco, and then sometimes we move indoors.
That's Santa Clara, California, man. It is never above 80 degrees there.
I'm saying
never.
Frisco, Texas.
Yeah, that was what we were saying.
Frisco, Texas.
Frisco, Texas, bro. Frisco, Texas.
Oh, yeah. We do. I know we do, but I'm saying all the even the Cowboys. We practice when we're in Southern California. It's the exact same situation as far as if the Houston Texans were in Houston. There's nowhere everything in the NFL is fair across the board. The only loophole in the NFL that's not fair is the tax brackets, because you will get taxed certain different places in different states versus you get taxed everywhere else. But the whole weather conditions and stuff like that, that's all controlled. And I'm going to push back on this. We are the only team in the NFL whose team got fined for having 2 tough practices.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
That was Big Mike, but y'all don't like Mike.
Got fined last year because they were having 2 intense practices, and practices were going too long. That's why I got on Jesse Holley when Jesse Holley was like, "Oh man, I don't ever see Micah Parsons staying after practice and working." I'm like, well, first off, that's illegal. You can't do that. You can't just be like, "Hey, we're the DNs. We're just gonna stay after and practice." Because what happens if you get hurt? Who's gonna cover your contract if you get hurt practicing in a non-sanctioned practice? Like, people don't want to talk about that, but that's really how professional sports is. That's why they don't really want these guys playing on these pro teams. I mean, on these Olympic teams, because it's too much risk of them getting hurt. So that's what I'm saying. Like, we got to kill this nonsense. Listen to me. Being soft and being hard has no quantification on how good you're going to be. Bro, it's about execution. The Dallas Cowboys could have had a flaming homosexual as a middle linebacker. And as long as he could read, react, and feel holes, we would have been better than what we was today.
We have in all 2020.
Bro, we ain't getting no win off of this shit. we just did this whole podcast for the love.
That is not soft, bro. That is not soft, bro.
It's about culture, bro. It's about culture. It's football culture. We all play football, bro. We always say, like, we're out here doing 2 days. Hell, I don't even play football. We going outside running with 3-degree weather. It makes me stronger than the average person who's sleeping in at 4 a.m.
Bro, look at Florida. Like me. Florida had all them.
And I have that mindset to know you're not built like me. You're not built to wake up at 4 a.m. and go run 4 miles in negative 3-degree weather.
But they're not. But they can't do that though. But listen to us.
You can't too. The Chiefs practice at St. Joe outside, bro.
And guess what? They do all that within the confines of what they're able to do. The Cowboys aren't going to do, like, we're just not going to do anything that's outside. The Chiefs are doing what's in the confines of what they can do. We're doing what's in the confines of what we can do. Like, there ain't no difference.
Well, we can practice outside if we want to.
You can practice outside.
You can practice outside. And the Cowboys can practice outside.
You don't have to go to Oxnard, California for camp.
Hey, let's see what TP feel about this. He ain't said a word. He ain't said a word since he came in. So what you think about the toughness and the weather factor? That's what we were discussing. Do weather make you tougher on a football field, or vice versa? What you feel about it?
Yeah, the weather definitely plays a big part. You know what I mean? Conditions play a big part. My thing is it comes down, no matter what the weather is, it comes down to how much do you want it.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? Like, how much do you want it? You know what I mean? And that's just what it's going to come down to. You know what I mean? If you watch that Chiefs and Dolphins game, you can tell the Chiefs wanted it. You know what I'm saying? Like, the Dolphins are like, they didn't even want to be out there.
And why was it? Because it was freezing cold out there. Them Dolphin boys wasn't built for that.
Yeah, but come out. But you can't. But listen to me. If you're a Miami Dolphin fan, owner, how do you simulate in Miami playing in that weather?
That's why they should have had the #1 seed.
And so,
my God! But that's what I'm saying. That's not a determination of them being. And I'm gonna tell you, if you're the Cowboys,
1,000% is, bro.
That's not
because they're not used to play. They're not built to play in those conditions versus Kansas City.
But guess what? If you're a Buffalo Bill, you're not built to play in Miami in August either. Bro, have you ever been to Miami in August?
Well, Miami plays indoors.
Well, listen to me. You still got to be out there. You know what I'm saying? And I know, and I'm gonna tell you this. I know in August because that stadium was open when we played in it. That stadium, you know what I'm saying? That stadium was open when we played in it. So you still got the heat element to it.
Miami is an indoor stadium.
Man, it's about do you want it or not?
They got a retractable roof.
Yeah, they got it because it was.
I mean, it did rain when we played, so they ain't got like.
They got a retractable.
Yeah, it's they can move
wide open.
They can move it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I think so. I'm not sure. I think they said something about they got like a built-in.
Can we talk about
heat advantage or something. I think they said like the opponent side gets like 40 degrees hotter than the home side or some crazy shit like that.
Yeah.
Hey, I want to throw a bone in there. We only got a couple more minutes, but because this is a subject that's bothering me.
We only got a couple more minutes. Hold on. You got something to do. You got something to do with your life and not just sit here and talk football
man,
with
this Glenn is calling me, man. Y'all said I can't smoke on live, man. So what the hell?
No, man.
Come on, Wes.
Turn your camera off. Get your blood and come back. Turn your camera off.
Did I say I was wait? Time out. First off, let me tell y'all this. I'll tell y'all this off the line, but y'all really got to read your YouTube manuscripts, bro. Y'all get all look at the stuff that they demonetize your stuff and the stuff they don't.
I mean, I don't care. Listen, I told y'all niggas, as long as y'all ain't shooting up online, I don't care what y'all do.
After that comment, you just said we through anyway. It's over anyway. We done. We done. I want you to know that it's over.
The middle linebacker coming. The fans want to know why do Micah Parsons? Let's just tackle it, man. We got 6
sentiments of West Coast does not necessarily reflect the.
Why do fans feel like Micah Parsons disappears in big games? I'm gonna tell you, I know my answer.
I know why.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Because most people who watch football, especially Cowboys fans, don't really know the game at a high level. So when you're only looking at 4 and 11. Those are going to be the ones that you blame, straight like that. When you're only looking at 4 and 11, those are going to be the people that you blame, period. End of story. They're not looking at the DB alignment. Oh, he's playing 10 yards off the ball. There's no way they're going to get to the quarterback. You know what I mean? Like, it's just certain things that, you know what I mean? If you've never played the game, don't watch the game at a high level, don't know what really is going on, you know what I mean? Then you're gonna be thinking things. You're gonna be listening to the media. That's how you're gonna get your takes.
TP, I got a question for you though, TP. I got a question for you. Okay. Let me know if this too personal or not. You know what I'm saying? If this something you talk about off air with your brother, let me know, or it's cool. But what things that you say, like, okay, Mike, I might need you need to tighten up on this end. What type of critiques or criticisms you shoot at your brother?
I mean, for the most part, like anything that I could critique him on, I know it's only like that because he's undersized playing the position that he's in. You know?
Yeah.
So it's like I can't really be like, hey,
you need to get bigger.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like the only thing, you know what I mean? The only thing, like he knows what he knows what he needs to work on. Like, so I don't really gotta critique him so much. Like last year, he knew I gotta get better with my hands. What he started doing? Boxing.
He showed did. Yeah, he did.
You know what I mean? It's just like he know. You know what I mean? He watches a lot of film. He knows, and like that's why like I don't really try to critique him unless, you know what I mean, I'd be like, hey, yo, you know that play right there, you know.
I was just about to say, while y'all on the couch, you just nudge them like, hey, man, you need to, you know what I'm saying? You need to get better on this end right here, man.
But like, other than that, you know what I mean, I don't really say too much. You know what I mean? I try to keep our conversations least about football as possible.
Facts.
Yeah, you only got so much time with your brother. I know you're busy, so yeah. I
know we spend a lot of time on football anyway, so it'd be a nice change of pace just to have some.
I'm about to say the most conversation my brother got when we be on the game. Period.
Crap to each other.
That's what we do.
Thanks.
I mean,
you winning on Madden or he winning on Madden? Who got the
Madden for real? I think I played him this year. One time he beat me by 3. We in this Madden league right now. I hope he is on my schedule. For real. But no, yeah, he's pretty good. You know what I mean? He be playing with Henry. You know Henry, number 1 player in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he be playing. He be learning stuff from him. You know what I mean? He don't be trying to share that knowledge. You know how that goes. For sure.
No, that's right. Wes, you were finna say something.
Man, I was gonna say, man, like, you know, I just think like when people say why does Micah disappear in big games, the same reason why people say why does Dak choke in big games is because at the end of the day, when it's a big game, the only thing that fans are really even looking at is the final stat line, and that is the win or loss. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times, I think fans they put this God complex on players, and they have and also, you know, y'all know I'm 41, so every now and then I got to talk about life. I think some of these people have shitty ass lives, right? And they project how well their week is going to go based on how good this game goes. So when Michael Parsons doesn't go out there and save the world for them, and he's not on every single play on every single side, to them, it puts them, since they've set their whole week up designed to win this, it's just like, it's a major letdown. And whenever you have a major letdown, guess what? The coward never says it was me. It always says it was he. You know what I'm saying? And so they just look for someone to identify. So I think, the biggest games to Cowboy Nation is the last game you lost. Because it's like, if you go look at last year, they'd be like, Dak Prescott never shows up in big games. I'm like, well, damn, I guess that playoff game that me and Tuck went to that no Dallas Cowboy fan was going to, because they was literally saying that the Dallas Cowboys have never beat Tom Brady. And like, they were already buying tickets for the next week. Like, they had us totally just burnt out. And I'm going to keep it real with you. The way I have the video too. The way the Cowboys came out in that game, I knew when we walked on the field, we was about to beat the shit out the Buccaneers, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Because Tom Brady ran out, did his little thing, and literally 2 seconds later, you know who came right behind him? Dak, screaming and hollering, bro. The Cowboys do prepare. There is a difference when they're on the road. And they are not at AT&T. I honestly feel like this Cowboys safe place is someone else's stadium. You know what I'm saying? Because our home stadium, and I'm going to be honest with you, I'm going to keep it real. I'm going to tell you something else that people don't think about too. And I'm going to talk about it because you can't cancel me. I'm West Coast Cowboy. It's too late.
But hey, before you get canceled, let me get these folks. Hey,
no, let me finish this thought. There are 53 players on our team, right? 17 of them are probably Caucasian. That means the majority of these dudes are African American. The turn up at other stadiums is so much more better than the turn up at AT&T Stadium. I would probably think in like a Baltimore, like, bro, when we was in freaking Tampa Bay, that stadium was rocking, bro. Everything was red. Stadium was like, it felt like the stadium was moving.
Hold on, can I say something real quick?
Real quick, yeah.
Somebody said Parsons mostly cares about individual.
So what did he do?
I'm gonna keep it all the way 1,000% with you. My brother wants to bring a Super Bowl to Dallas. That's his number one goal. All that individual awards, he don't care if he never wins a Defensive Player of the Year award. If he gets a Super Bowl, his legacy is cemented. Period.
Forever.
But Parsons, let me ask you a question. How does a defensive player of the year not help the overall team, though? Fans are weird, bro. Like, how does that not help us, though?
And this is what the problem was last Friday, right? Someone threw their cigarette out the window. Now it's ablaze, and Cowboys Nation, they're buying it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the problem. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a forest fire, right? So now all offseason, when we're talking about linebackers, we have to put out these random ass fires and people actually believe that Micah Parsons doesn't study and Micah Parsons doesn't practice.
Well, he's a defensive player of the year candidate.
He's a loner. He doesn't help anybody.
But an all-pro every damn year.
All-pro every year.
You don't just wake up and randomly become no damn all-pro.
At that point, Micah got to plead like Kyler Murray. Like, damn, if I'm that good, goddamn, you know what I'm saying? I ain't studying.
Micah ain't did no practicing.
People who keep saying Micah needs to not be a DM, just go ahead and look at some of those interviews where he's talking about being used as a chess piece, being used all over the board.
Hey,
I mean, he wants that. Y'all don't understand. He wants that. But then it comes to a point where your coach has to put you in those positions. You know what I'm saying? He's already stated he wanted these things. He wants to be the guy. He wants to go out there and make an impact every game. You know what I'm saying? But if you're not in a position to succeed, how can you do that? You know what I mean?
And think about this. Mike is also smart enough to know.
Let me get these real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
We'll get back to it, man. The wordologist hit out with a 5-piece. Somebody. He said, "What players do y'all feel were underutilized this season, offense and defense?" Offensively, I would say Brandon Cooks in the first part of the season. I don't think Brandon Cooks was a big part of it.
We can go around with that one.
Hey, let's go around with it because I would say Brandon Cooks the initial part of the season.
Just one player each. One player.
Then I would just say Brandon Cooks. Let's do. He said offense and defense. So Brandon Cooks for the offense. Defensively, I would say all the linebackers you could.
I would say
let go to Tuck. Let go on order, I guess.
So my personal offensively, I would say Kevontae Turpin, and then defense, I'll say Wanye Thomas.
Yeah, them two good.
I do like Wanye Thomas for sure.
Yeah, them two good ones. I say, you know, he kind of stole my Turpin though. So you know, Turpin Poe have been good. But I say Jalen Tolbert then. I say Jalen Tolbert should have got more snaps, bro. He should have really got more chances, targets, opportunities over what we seen from Michael Gallup. So that'll be my my offense. He showed some promise, y'all. He in the small opportunities that he got, he kind of turned up low key. So, you know, I say Jalen Tolbert on the offensive side. And on the defense, I'll probably say who else? You know, we ain't really got too many underutilized people on defense. Well, any linebacker, because we ain't have none. So
we had one and we worked the shit out of him.
Yeah, because look, I'm looking at, he said Ranye, so that's gone. You know what I'm saying? Well, I say Israel Mukamu.
Yeah, Izzy.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah, Izzy.
He bought out one game and we just don't really see him.
Never went back to him. That's two people came on the show, so don't say I'm being biased. I'm just saying Izzy and Tolbert. Them my two.
That's easy. Capers.
I was gonna say Kevontae Turpin and Wanye Thomas, but I guess I'll go Sam Williams, or I'll say Sam Williams or Tolbert. I mean, if that's names that nobody say.
It could be the same people.
Okay, then if it's gonna be that, then yeah, Kevontae Turpin and Wanye. For sure.
Man, I'm about to say I got a whole list. I ain't gonna lie.
I know you do.
It's on West now, I believe, right?
Yep.
I would say Rico Dow because he should have been the starting running back from week 1. And I would say,
all right, Kanye, hold on. Say that one more time. Say that one more time. You got to stand on that shit. You can't just breeze by that. You ain't just going to breeze by that, man.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Say that for the people in the back, man.
That's crazy.
At this point of the game, I think everybody knows where I stand on Tony Pollard. He's not a running back. Tony Pollard became a running back a day before the NFL draft. That's facts. That's
true. Listen, hold on. Time out, West Coast. That's where I got to stop you right there. I ain't gonna lie. Like, running back and wide receiver, I feel like are very compatible. If you're an athlete, that's very compatible.
No.
They pretty much
not in the NFL. It ain't. Not in the NFL. A running back has to be able to, on first down, if I decide to play action pass, he has to be able to pick up a blitzing linebacker. Pick that blitzing linebacker up, get folded like a lawn chair so Dak can then get the ball up. Then I need to be able to stand him up and then hand that ball off to him on second down. Tony Pollard is not doing that at all. We do not. The only running back that we actually have that will allow a defense to fear his ability to run the ball and also pick up a blitzing linebacker is Rico Dow. Tony Pollard is a scat back. And I'm gonna tell you, he did exactly what he actually did better than I thought he was gonna do. Because but in today's America, 1,000 yards is not hard to come by. Like, that makes it crazy that he got judged off of 1,000 yards. You know what I'm saying? That makes it crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what he had 2 touchdowns week 1 and then could not score almost 9 weeks. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna tell you this right now. Anybody that's saying no to Rico Dow is just folks that just you don't like being on the right side of history, because Tony Pollard he's not a good running back, bro. He's not. He's a good running back in open field, but guess what? I'm a good running back in open field.
West Coast. He's not a good running back.
West Coast. I ain't gonna lie. West Coast. You tripping a little bit, West Coast.
No, that is crazy.
Hold on, wait a minute. You had one. You said Rico. Who your defense before we move on?
Who's my defense? A person that got underused or misused, or what was it, underused?
Underutilized.
Yeah.
Underutilized. I would probably say the Evans dude, the linebacker we brought in.
That's a good one because he was an actual linebacker.
Yeah, like I didn't. Yeah, he was a whole linebacker. He got 2 whole plays, and like one play he was in coverage for 40 yards.
Why did we even sign? Look, he was the 2023 Tech McKinley, wasn't it? Like we signed him. We signed him for nothing.
So I was, and I thought he was better than he should at least. Hey, come on, man, come on, we get it. You won. That's part of but yeah, we gotta. I think He's probably. I wanted to know what happened. They activated him for like 3 games and he didn't play. I didn't even get that
at all. He played a couple of snaps, but nothing significant. It's on TP now.
TP. I was gonna say Tony Pollard underutilized.
Wow.
Hunter Lipke underutilized. You can even say to a certain extent Ferguson underutilized. Brandon Cooks.
He said Ferguson.
Yeah, in a way you can say he was underutilized for sure.
Yeah,
Ferguson should have got the ball
more targets.
He really should have.
You know what I'm saying? Defense. Micah.
We didn't see that one coming right now.
Now, the same way I stopped West Coast ass, I'm gonna stop your ass. Explain to me why Michael Parsons was underutilized, Kinfolk.
Because if he played 40% linebacker, he would have been a first team All-Pro. Hands down, player of the year.
Let me ask you this, TP. Are you saying outside linebacker or are you saying middle linebacker?
When I say linebacker, I'm never talking middle linebacker.
Okay, because that's where the divide is, right? A lot of Cowboys fans are wanting to put Micah at middle linebacker.
Yeah, I'm about to say middle linebacker and weak side linebacker are two different things. Your middle linebacker is going to be your run stuffer. Your weak side linebacker is going to be the one that drops in the coverage and blitzes.
Right. So I think that's where
Mike is going to be.
Arguing online, they want Micah as middle linebacker.
Yeah, Mike is going to run. Mike is going to run the same position that Bell was running. He should have been running the same position Bell was running. Right.
So, answer riddle me this: would you want Micah Parsons lining up as a traditional defensive end at all, or would you rather him rushing from a linebacker position? Because he can still get his pass rush off, but he can just do it from a linebacker.
I think everything should be situational.
Yeah,
very good answer.
First and 10.
That's the best. Any other answer is not true. Any other answer is not true. Because if you literally play a team like that wants to beat the Dallas Cowboys, like if you play a team that literally says, Dallas Cowboys, we're going to beat you the way the film says. No matter if we win or lose, we're going to play you the way the film says. You know what that says?
They're going to run the ball.
He has to get off ball. The reason being is because they asked about to run the ball. The problem is, and I'm going to tell you, the Cowboys are really the one that really burned Micah Parsons. They almost do things to make him look bad. Like the Cowboys will be like, damn, this is a team that's about to try to run the ball on us. I know what we'll do. Kick Michael all the way out to the outside and let him rush the quarterback. So when he rushed the quarterback, the running back will run right past him. You know what I'm saying? Like the Cowboys, it's like, I know teams are watching film on us, but it's like, are we really watching films on other teams? Because when we played Green Bay, maybe he could have played a little bit. You know what I'm saying? We needed whatever we could need in that and to stop that run. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's a whoever the film guy in that offensive room that's scouting these offensive guys, man, that we were playing, that dude, he needed a little pinch in the right direction too.
I can't.
It's crazy. We seen the best version of him in that Detroit game, low key, because then that's a dual threat run game that we kind of stuffed them boys too.
He was talking about that yesterday too. He said that
for the people who keep saying Micah shouldn't be a full-time defensive end. Micah should be a full-time defensive end because outside of him, we have no pass rush. You can say we have all the pass rushers that you want to say we have, but when Micah's not in the game or Micah's back in coverage, who gets a sack? Right. Nobody.
Dorrance Armstrong will get it after 5 minutes.
Yeah, when Micah's
you don't really need pass rush though. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the biggest thing right now is like, listen to me, sacks are not the determination of. If you guys notice, we get a bunch of sacks and a bunch of blowouts. Yeah. Like, listen to me. Don't cancel.
I think Fowler get that though. I think Fowler get that.
Like, we don't like sacks are not the determination of us winning and losing games. They're just not. You know what I'm saying? Like, we had a 50 sack. We've been good at getting sacks for a minute. But my thing is this: how about 1 year, instead of focusing on sacks and interceptions, we just focus on
playing good defense?
Thank you.
The thing is, we've been getting sacks in the beginning, like in the first and second, first and second down. That's the problem. Like, if we get third down sack, if we get a third down sack, that's them the sacks that count. You know what I'm saying?
We need the sacks on third down. We get listen, landlord, you were so spot on, bro. There's how many times have we seen the Cowboys defense give up 3rd and 12, 3rd and 14? It's almost like the sack didn't even matter, bro.
It actually happened in the Green Bay game. We gave up like a 3rd and what, Tuck? I know Tuck no.
Yeah.
You remember we had sacked Jordan Love. We sacked Jordan Love, and we gave up a big time 3rd down. We finally got them behind the chains. And they still converted that mode. I said,
I think a lot of people are underestimating. We got 11, but we didn't have 7. You know what I'm saying? I think that not having Trayvon Diggs out there changed our defense drastically. True. I feel like Trayvon went down. That took this defense from being godly this year when it's be all right, we're gonna be all right. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that was the biggest hurdle.
Doug, what they got to do with the run though?
I mean, we can't stop the run, bro. But here's the thing.
Listen, right-handed guy. We knew at the draft we weren't gonna be able to stop the run. So
if you go back to our loss in San Fran last year, our defense played just fine.
Oh yeah,
they did.
They played good enough. They played good
enough to win that game.
Good enough. You know what I'm saying? Last year was on the offense. This year was on everybody. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the Cowboys need to put the pieces together when it matters the most. You know what I'm saying? I know Cowboys fans are trying to find that one person to blame. It's Dan Quinn's fault or it's Mike McCarthy. Like, bro, everybody got their everybody, even the fans, even the fans.
We got whooped.
Everybody got whooped. Like it's hard for Cowboys fans to really just digest it because we're trying to find, okay, we get rid of this guy and to switch him out, then we're gonna be perfectly fine. No. There's a lot of different things that we need to do to build up to be playing in the Super Bowl where we're ultimately trying to get to.
It was so disappointing. That's what it is. It was just so disappointing.
It was, but it wasn't.
Go ahead, Tuck. This year wasn't as bad as last year.
It wasn't because I honestly felt like I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know about that.
I was saying, like I said, I was cool. Then I started doing my scouting report on Green Bay, and the more I watched film, I was just like,
I want to go to Tampa.
All right, here we go. You know what I'm saying? Here we go. You know what I'm saying? Like,
okay, y'all say that, but in hindsight, bro, the way Tampa was playing, them boys probably would have walked up the field.
When did I call you? And how early was it when I called you and I was like, bro, we going to Tampa?
Bro, I was already.
Man, listen, Jay Tuck had said he already booked rooms and shit.
I already had the hotel and everything. That's crazy. Here's what I'll say about the Cowboys, y'all. It's like my kids. And I know if I leave a jar of candy upstairs unattended, my kids will go through and go to that jar of candy, just go crazy, right? It's the same thing with the Cowboys. When you were sprinkling, oh, you guys are 16-0 at home. You can't be beat at home. Oh, you're the number 2 seed. Oh, you're going to be a 7-point favorite over 98. You were singing all these praises and they sat back and relaxed. We know some of the stories behind the scenes. We saw some people having damn party flyers and celebrations. They was already thinking past Green Bay. Even the fans was. So many people say, I'm not coming to the Green Bay game, Tuck. I'll be there next week. You know what I'm saying? So that was the mentality across the board. Versus if you go to Tampa, the story would have been a lot different. It's like, okay, the Cowboys, they can't win on the road. You know what I'm saying? Or who are they on the road? So they would have had to tighten up and be more locked in. I feel like the Cowboys do not play well when it comes to comfort. That's why I wanted to
nope.
Tampa was low-key balling.
Let me say this shit. Let me say this shit though.
How many Cowboys?
Let me say this shit though. Let me say this shit though. I knew that Green Bay would be the hardest matchup for the Dallas Cowboys. Matter of fact, you were there live with me, landlord, when I dropped that shit on Boss Cowboys stuff. I just didn't like the way it looked. Like Jordan Love, he didn't get the accolades and shit. He probably should have been in a pro bowler.
Right.
Pro Bowler, all pro.
Since November 1st, double-digit touchdowns, bro.
Every game.
2 or 3 touchdowns every game, bro.
Because he liked that. He agreed.
And 2 interceptions, bro.
But at the same time, we was busting coverages right and left, though, bro. Like, let's not forget that, though.
That's true. But listen, like I did not like the way that we matched up against them. Because for one, we already know what Aaron Jones does to us every time he sees us.
And I'm telling you
Take it to the hold on. Let me finish my train of thought. I'll let y'all go. So, like, Aaron Jones has beat our ass into submission the last 3 or 4 times that we done played this man.
That dude had 6 touchdowns in the last 2 games.
And like, think about it. I know Jordan Love is not known as a running quarterback, but he had 4 rushing touchdowns on the season. I don't even like the Dallas Cowboys playing mobile quarterbacks. We have not shown that we can stop somebody that knows how to run the ball from the quarterback position. We really don't do it against Jalen Hurts. He just be messing up and fumbling and shit.
Right.
So like
we play Philly, we actually show up for them games.
Hey, and I'm gonna tell y'all something.
In Dallas, I say in Dallas, but we don't.
We show up for Philly. That's what I can say. We show up for Philly.
Listen, talk about Philly. I'm gonna tell you, keep it 100. Like people say, "Oh, what was worse?" Honestly, like to be honest with you, to a degree, they was both the same because Philly showed their true colors because they was 6-7 of their last 7 games. They lost 6. They were not a good team. And I'm gonna be honest with you, Dallas Cowboys, we were a front runner. And this is what I always say about the Dallas Cowboys. Are we building a team to win a division championship, or are we building a team to beat the last team that beat us? Because I'm gonna tell you this right now. If you look at this team and you said, okay, can this team beat us? I mean, can we take this team and go back into San Francisco and beat that team that beat us last year? Bro, what the hell? We are worst team. You lost 12 touchdowns with Zeke, 8 touchdowns with Dalton Schultz. That's 16 touchdowns that nobody had a thought of. No, Dalton had 6. I'm sorry. That's 16 total touchdowns that nobody could tell me where we were going to replace from. And think about this. Zeke had a touchdown 9 straight weeks. 9 straight weeks of a rushing touchdown. Tony Pollard had 8 straight weeks of no touchdown. So where did those extra points have to come from? Dakota, let it rain Prescott. You know what I'm saying? Praise. And think about this. Dak Prescott he picked the right season to have a good-ass season. Because the way our running game was going, if Dak would have been like 15 or 12, bro, goddamn.
We would have been sorry.
We made the playoffs this year.
He wasn't big.
Thankful for your
He
carried us, bro.
Carried us.
He wasn't built to be San Fran.
He has one decent bad game, and then it's like, oh, this is the same Dak Prescott we always knew.
What was our plan for the playoffs? Dak and CD Leonard.
I said in numerous videos. Catch up.
Time out though. That's the problem. What I had with it, because that wasn't the plan. That's not what we did.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's who we been. That's who we been. True enough. That's who we should have been. But that wasn't who we was. That's the problem. Yeah.
You remember folks coming to the season, they said, this defense, man, you run the ball with Tony Pollard.
Exactly.
You don't have to mess it up.
Right.
Now this man got to be in the MVP conversation for us to get into the postseason.
Right. Yeah.
And that's what. And think about this. Everybody's like Dak is like Dak is the new Romo. And I'm thinking in my head, to a degree, he is. Because think about this. Everybody get mad at Tony Romo for having 8-8 seasons. But think about this. If we wouldn't have had Tony Romo, then would have been 2-14 seasons, bruh.
And I think that's the problem. It's like we've been so accustomed to defense holding us down. A lot of Cowboys fans are scared to say the defense let us down this year.
47.
I literally just said it. I literally just said it.
You talking about the playoffs?
No, they lasted all season, bro.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about when was they holding us down?
I'm talking about the years
that they let us
He's
down.
talking about when they were holding it down for us overall.
like the last 2 years.
Last year, 2022, 2021.
We just
no last 2 years.
The defense getting the pass, but like if you look at our losses, the defense didn't show up. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, if you go back to that Dolphins game, offense did their job. Defense let us down. You know what I'm saying?
I got a question for TP.
I can't say the defense let us down in that one. Yeah, they gave us
the Dolphins game.
Yeah. How did defense let us down?
They 1,000% did.
The Dolphins game, they gave up a game-winning drive.
I don't know, bro.
I ain't gonna lie, the defense is gonna feel a long time. The offense kept getting the ball over and over.
It ain't the defense fault. Tony Pollard ain't cut into the end zone.
Bro,
Be right about that.
You can't keep giving an offense.
It ain't the defense fault that Hunter Lepke fumbled on the 1-yard line.
They scored, but I'm saying they held Miami.
I don't know about that one, guys.
Touchdown.
Yeah, they only had one.
Do you remember the defense, right? Dak got us the lead in the fourth quarter. And they drove the entire
They let us go all the way back down.
But the totality of the game, Tony Pollard didn't get in and do
I knew how that was going to go. As soon as Miami got the ball back, I said, "Yeah, they about to go get 3."
Yeah.
I know they about to go get 3.
Well, you shouldn't feel like way with our
Yeah,
defense.
you shouldn't feel that way.
And
Because the whole game,
feel
they
like-
couldn't score 7. They
I
could
feel
only
like there
get
was
3.
other things in that game.
So you look at Buffalo defense let us down.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, for
Well,
sure.
offense too.
And then
San Fran.
Detroit, that final drive, defense, right? Detroit,
Offense too,
final
though.
drive, we got lucky. We you know what I'm saying? Like,
But
that's,
listen, but also,
Detroit
I don't know
almost,
about
the
that,
defense
Tuck.
almost gave up that
In all
Detroit
those
game,
games-
but they played well the rest of the game, though.
Cardinals
Oh.
defense. You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
but think about this, Tuck. In something like in that
Oh,
Miami
I don't
game,
know
if
about
I'm not
that.
mistaken, listen, this is another thing that our offense has to be better at next year. We got to score on our first drive.
But see,
Like,
that's the
we
thing.
cannot keep putting our defense, because like if you don't score on your first drive, then your defense has to stop them.
But that's the problem, Wes. That's the
I done
problem. 'Cause
seen
we
that
all-
happen so much this postseason, though.
We always say that, right? That's what we say. Our offense is our best defense. When we get up and we're scoring points, and the defense can peel their ears back and go out there and get sacks, that's their game. But in
What
a
else
game,
that go with though, Tuck? I'm just a quick
But
interjection.
listen, but
When
listen
hold
about
on. When you up like that, what else you protect your defense from?
Playing
The
around.
run. Go ahead.
But
Yes.
think about this, Tuck.
Yeah.
Think about this, Tuck. If you go look at the salary cap, if you go look at the goddamn salary cap, the money say your ass better be able to score some points, or somebody need to give me some money back. Because
Our
ain't nobody's
Yeah,
gonna pay
exactly.
money.
Ain't nobody
Wes.
getting paid. Ain't nobody getting paid on the offense outside the offense.
Well, what are you talking about?
Man, he
Everybody-
tripping, yeah.
Michael Gallup, your highest paid wide receiver.
No.
Michael Gallup, your highest paid wide
No.
receiver. CeeDee Lamb on a rookie contract.
Oh, no.
Brandon Cooks
Oh,
restructured.
no.
Dak Prescott made $26 million this year.
Bro, listen,
What are we talking about money?
Can I say something? Bro? Every single person on the offense is on an extension or is already been on extension. Everybody,
CeeDee
bro.
Lamb ain't on no extension.
What are
Well,
you
who-
talking
like,
about?
bro,
Zach Moss
I
on
don't
an
think
extension.
CeeDee Lamb,
man, listen,
Jake Ferguson, CeeDee Lamb, Jake Ferguson, Tyler Smith, Tyler
Tyler
Biadasz.
Smith's a first round pick, bro. He makes $24
It
million.
don't matter. We got first round picks on the defense too. Trayvon Diggs
wait,
get
come on,
paid.
listen,
Michael Parsons first round pick.
DeMarcus
If you go
Marcus
look,
Lawrence on the extension.
if you go look at the
You
defense,
paid Donovan Wilson. You done paid
No,
30.
if
You
you
done
go
paid
look
30
at your
safeties. You talk about
if you go look at the way your team is set up right now, you are paying to have a good offense. You are
We're
not
paying to have a good
technically paying-
defense too. You pay,
No, you're not, bro. You have Jonathan Hankins.
you pay Donovan Wilson. You pay Trayvon Diggs. You invested the first round pick.
Trayvon Diggs made $4 million last year. What are you talking about?
You just said extension. He got an
Hold on,
extension.
wait a minute. We need a buffer. Hold on, wait a minute. Wait a minute here. Order in the court.
Niggas get money everywhere, man. Niggas
Hold on, listen.
get money on both sides.
All this tells me is nobody's getting paid. Dollar Bill is getting away with everything. Nobody's getting paid, bro. Nobody's getting paid.
Zach Martin's getting paid. Tyron Smith is getting paid. Dak Prescott's getting paid. Tony Pollard's getting paid. Who else is getting paid on the offense?
You have one
of the top offenses.
Center ain't getting paid.
You have not the center. Well, Tyler Smith is a first round pick. So
Okay, and I can still go through the defense and do the same thing. Though West
right
Coast,
there.
I can still go through the defense and do the same thing.
He had one of the top
You have
offenses.
Brandon Cooks.
Categories.
Yeah, Brandon Cooks. If you want to count him, even though he restructured.
So what
But
I'm saying is,
Trayvon Diggs. But listen. Hold that thought. I let you name off the offense. Trayvon Diggs extension. Michael Parsons, you invested the first round pick. You extended Malik Hooker. You extended Donovan Wilson. You got niggas on the defensive side.
That's four, bro. And all
Leighton Vander is on the second. It doesn't matter. You didn't ask about.
I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, you need to pay Michael Parsons
because
we should have paid him yesterday. We talked about paying him now.
Yeah, yesterday.
If you go look at your cap right now, if you look at the Dallas Cowboys salary cap, we have 90. We have not 90. We have about 60 to 70% of our cap.
Offense did their job this year.
Is put toward the offense. So all I'm saying is this: the expectation should be. All I'm saying, fellas, is this. The money says that I should really be able to count on my offense more than anything because the defense does not have a $40 million player. And listen, the offense has a $10 million player. They got a $40 million player. They got a CeeDee Lamb is a $12 million player. Tony Pollard is a $10 million player.
You don't even like Tony Pollard, so you're
I
not.
No, I don't. I like Tony Pollard. I like Tony Pollard.
This man, you just told me the man he's not even running back. So
them boys getting away with
murder. Running back, and you have 800 yards after contact.
Bro, he's not. What are you talking about? Debo Samuels had 800 yards just a couple years ago. He ain't no running back, bro. This is NFL.
He had 300 yards. He didn't have 8.
No, I'm not this year.
You know what's the most discouraging thing about all of this is
300 yards.
Hold on, listen. This is one of the most discouraging things.
Debo's really a running back in the receiver position.
Bro, CeeDee Lamb is the best running back on this team.
We were the top. Offense was the top in yardage and points.
Yo, Wes crazy.
The most discouraging thing about this is we got superstars on rookie deals and we still ain't making no moves. Think about that.
Okay. Let's keep it on it.
We got superstars on rookie deals. Michael Parsons is a top player in this league.
Nobody.
CeeDee Lamb is a top player in this league, and we still ain't getting no. We still ain't making no free agency moves.
Man,
we scored the most points in the NFL this year, though.
Man,
what?
I feel like some of them games, the offense ain't. I feel like back to what we was talking about with like the Dolphins and the Lions game. The defense, like they ain't do their job at the end of the game, but
and they
like for the Lions game, for an example, right? They're not even supposed to have the ball back after that Donovan Wilson pick, man.
It should have. They
in the Seahawks game. In the Seahawks game,
47 seconds. They
ain't got nothing. Hold on,
same thing with the Seahawks.
On somebody ain't got nothing to do with that. They called a phantom ass trip and called on them boys and had the boys.
I know it.
Like at first and 20.
Everything.
I just feel like
about Seattle.
If
Seattle game too, Michael McCarthy throwing a fade ball.
No,
I was gonna say about CeeDee Lamb at the goal line.
Let's keep it up.
I'll give you that though. I'll give you that one. They ain't show up versus Seattle.
Our defense.
After Seattle, I lost a lot of faith in this defense.
Man,
if you go back and check my tweets right now, during that Seattle game, I said we're a first round exit.
Seattle was out there bombing us. Like I'm saying, so that's what I'm saying. Like, offense had to get us up out that game versus Seattle. Am I right?
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. Defense.
Man,
Cardinals.
Bland got exposed that game, but he bounced back though. He bounced back.
Offense got away.
I don't think Bland wasn't ready to cover DK Metcalf, bro.
He got smoke, bro.
There's not a lot of people that are, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like,
and
that's a different body and the speed. Like, there's not much you could do with somebody like that.
But even on that one touchdown, though, he was right there, wasn't he? On his first touchdown?
Yeah, JS. Everybody was good.
He got beat to the inside. And this
is the thing with DK.
If he beats you to the inside,
yeah, that's it.
With big wide receivers, even if you're there, you got to remember when the ball comes down, when it gets in those arm ranges, he's bigger than you. So with DK, you almost got to be there before he gets there because you have to have some type of. It's like a postman, like you know what I'm saying. It's like if you don't get there before Shaq gets there, your ass is out of there, bro.
Hold on,
hey, out of there, bro.
Yeah. This man Roller 2 said his side chick bigger than the linebacker.
Hey, yo.
Your side chick bigger than the linebacker.
Hey, yo.
Hold on.
You got some
Wait a minute.
Your side chick bigger than them linebackers. I feel bad.
That's crazy.
Hey, as long as she pay like she weigh, man, that's the only thing that matters.
Hold on.
But hey, I gotta get out of here, man. It's Monday night. I gotta go throw 100 balls at my sons, man.
Yeah,
so that's
man.
200 total footballs they gotta catch. And man, I'm trying to knock it out.
They gonna go do it outside in that weather, man.
Oh yeah, we're gonna be outside in that weather.
Yeah, man. Nah, you gotta simulate rain and everything. You gotta just go get the water hose.
Go get a smoke machine, fog, all that.
Yeah, man.
Turn it up.
Hey, that 707 out here is serious, man. I mess is crazy, bro. Kids out here with $700 cleats, not mine. You're not running faster with those Supreme cleats, no sir.
That's the Cowboys. That's the Cowboys out there with them cleats, and
they run with knock it off. And go ahead. You need to. Tuck is mad because they deducted the money for his season tickets, and he was going. Tuck mad right now. He's gonna be mad for the next 2 days until it clear. Tuck, get over it, bro. It's gonna be all right. Tuck mad because that deposit just hit. James just reached in his pockets and grabbed that money for them seasons, and Tuck don't know if he win the Super Bowl or not for sure. See, that's why Tuck mad right now because he's already paid for this season.
Hey, can I just throw this out there because you've been in the chat box all night, Kinfolk. The Dallas Cowboys can clear over $60 million in cap space, and you actually save money against the cap by giving Dak Prescott an extension, so you could pay anybody that you want to. Don't let folks lie to you. You listen to Stephen Jones and Jerry Jones too often. The pie is a figment of your imagination. When you were growing up as a child, your imaginary friends were realer than the salary cap. So chill. You can pay whoever hell you want because you can manipulate this shit.
And you can pay everybody. You can pay everybody.
Man, if you watch the Rams win a Super Bowl a couple years ago, you see the moves that they made, the money that they
$17 million around.
Yeah, moved all that money around. It can be done.
It can be done.
If you want to do it, it can be done. They just don't want to do it. There's a difference. It can be done.
And the real question comes down to is how much are you willing to pay for a Super Bowl? The Rams said we'll give it all. Yeah. We'll even go negative. We'll give it all. Cowboys is like
that's my point, bro. We don't move with no urgency at all. Ever. Anything that we do, not in the draft, not in free agency. Right. We just let everything just pass us by.
If we BS with Micah, we're going to end up having to give him $45 million. If we wait 2 years to pay him, we're probably going to end up giving him like $45 million. Like, why would you want to do that when you can give him 37, 40?
Honestly, I'm going to keep it real with you, man. I'm not trying to say nothing but T-Pars. Get security around your brother, man. Because I'm gonna tell you this right now: if they ever get to the point where we got to give him $40 million, there's gonna be a sex tape drop. There's gonna be a documentary. Matter of fact, Paul, I'm gonna tell you this right now. Listen to me, Paul. I'm gonna keep it real. The money they about to give your brother, you need to clean some shit up in your life. Just to make
they gonna get to him to get to you.
Yo, trouble tape on you, bro. Like,
you guys need to clean up a couple stuff going on in your life.
They gonna make him show his phone like Brady.
Why ain't on the camera? You know what I'm saying?
They gonna demand T-Parsons to show his phone.
That's why they just need to be smart.
Okay, let me tell you before I get out of here, man. Jerry Jones said on national TV, he said, Zeke who?
Yeah.
Bro. I'm not laughing when I say this, but they're about to come after his ass if he don't get paid.
It's already started. They already fired the first warning shot.
We already know what happened now.
Yeah.
We already seen the
stop playing with me, yo. Real rap.
Whatever thing that's going on in your life too, man. Delete your internet search. Everybody delete the internet search, okay? I'm just saying, man. It's crazy out here.
They already fired the first warning shot on Friday, bro.
Danny said, I'm gonna need you to relax. You're talking about a 3-time All-Pro, 3-time Defensive Player of the Year candidate. When was the last time that's been done? You saying he don't?
Man, we don't care about it. Man, forget Danny. Danny, come on, man. Danny, you don't deserve to be the highest paid at your job, but you getting it right. Okay, right. Man, chill out, bro. We all know Helen a better employee. Knock it off. Come on, man. We all know Helen in the office is a better employee. You make more money than it, so knock it off. You know what I'm saying? Life be like that. But back to what we were saying, listen, get security for him, bro. Get security. Tell him don't open up no weird emails either, man. I'm telling you, bro. They're coming for him, bro.
Man,
they're gonna and Chuck, you know what they'll do if they ain't got no dirt? They'll make some stuff up, bro.
They already just did, bro.
They literally just did.
They was getting ready to build a case on Micah, and all of a sudden they said, "Oh, we're gonna run with that." Hey, I appreciate you. And now all the fans in the chat, Micah don't watch film. Micah's lazy. He's selfish.
Like, where did that come from?
Man, how is Micah Parsons lazy? If you look at this nigga storyline,
he's always
he on side quests and shit. He out here boxing.
Micah cross training or something. Micah cross training.
Can I break down my brother's off season?
Please.
All right. So my brother's off season started like 6 a.m. workout. He'd be back at 9. He'll wake me up. Yo, come outside. Let's play basketball. He'll play basketball for 2-3 hours and then go do another workout.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't just, you know what I mean? Like, I've never seen him train for something so hard. And then to get called lazy is just crazy. Like,
and it's all public. It's all like I literally pulled up all the clips off his. It's like, bro, Micah's like the only time I seen Micah sitting down was for the podcast. I used to joke about like, bro, like I literally saw Micah at an all-white party with Tom Brady and Kim Kardashian. The very next morning, he was in the lab working with Andrew Whitworth. You know,
and I'm gonna tell you one thing I love about Micah. Every time he out in he in a party or he in that environment, He always look out of place, bro. He be like this, like,
he's a homebody for real. Like he don't really lead it.
Like he look out of place, bro.
Like, bro, yeah.
Hey, man, I gotta go though, man.
They at least
hey, y'all got a little bit more time, man. We'll keep rocking if y'all got time.
Yeah, I got time, bro. I can do this all night.
Landlord,
I gotta go. I got an hour.
I'm probably go ahead and go.
Yeah, Mike is my little brother, man. Mike is my little brother.
I got about 7. I can keep cooking a little bit.
Hey, but
give me 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock.
Hey, well, let me say my little piece real quick. Hey, man, y'all, you know what it is? Your boy West Coast, man. Next Monday, we're gonna be right back here, man. Listen to me, man. This show has grown into something beautiful, bro. I don't know what we can call this, but this 6-man, this right here was dope. When I was like, damn, we about to have 5 people on the show because I wouldn't even count myself. You know what I'm saying? But we had 6 people on here, and everybody was talking on top of everybody, and everybody was getting their points, and we was arguing, we was laughing, we was crying. And I'm gonna be honest with you, that's exactly how this is supposed to be, man. I'm gonna tell y'all this right now. If y'all want to do this next Monday at the same time, I'm 100% in. On my mama, I'm 100% in. You feel me?
I'm down.
On my mama, I'm in. You feel me? This is cracking.
Definitely got to make it a weekly thing for sure.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But hey, I'm out of here, man. I'm about to go throw these balls so I won't be mad at my sons when they drop them. You already know what it is. Never look down because the stars up.
Peace.
Peace, Wes. Peace. Y'all niggas so crazy. But hey, man. So,
hold on. I ain't never get to ask him my question I was finna ask him. Okay, I got a question for you. It's kind of hard to ask you, but you know, I'll say this. What do you think if Micah had like a unlimited shopping spree of people that he can go pick up to help him be supremely great? What you think that list of players will look like? At least the positions.
Like active players?
I mean position. Ain't even gotta be players. Like if Micah had a checklist, like, okay, if you give me this, and this, we gonna rock out, we gonna dominate.
D tackle.
Mm-hmm. See?
D tackle.
See?
And you know what I mean? Preferably another pass rusher to take the pressure off of him. You know what I mean? When you got another guy that can get there, another guy that you can't leave one-on-one, you can't double him no more. You got to pick and choose now. You know what I'm saying? You got to pick and choose now. So
that's the short list. That's D tackle. He good.
D tackle, yeah. D tackle. Another pass rusher, a solidified pass rusher, not like a guy we just draft, you know what I mean, and hope he turn out.
I mean, you got D-Law over there, though.
D-Law.
I like the guys that we have on the team. Don't get me wrong. I like the guys that we have on the team, but it's too many times where it's where's Micah, where it should be where's these other guys at. You know what I'm saying? That's like, I mean, that's just where I'd be at with it. Like, if somebody's commanding a double and triple team, somebody else has to.
No, you just said basically defensive line.
Yeah, I mean, and of course, linebacker.
Of course, a linebacker.
You know what I mean? A strong, big-bodied middle linebacker. You know what I mean? That's going to eat them blocks, sacrifice his body. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I honestly really feel as though we should move D-Law to D-tackle. We like a small D-tackle.
There he go with this.
Man, listen. Let
me hear your pushback then, man.
Because he get that from Madden. That's why he said it. He ain't saying that off of no real life stuff. We talking about football.
No,
he tell that on Madden.
I do it on Madden.
Okay, hold on. When you do it, who you put at the other defensive end then?
Like, come on, like what?
Who? Armstrong. Over Sam and Fowler.
Armstrong's a better run defender.
Sam.
That's true.
I run a 3 down front.
Oh, okay.
So I put Micah, D-Law, and Armstrong. If I go 4-man, then I put Armstrong inside, and then
crazy.
I put Sam Williams on the outside.
So speaking of crazy shit that you be trying on Madden, so would you try a 3-4 front for the Dallas Cowboys like some of these folks have been asking for on these Twitter streets, man? Do you think the Dallas Cowboys should just stick out 4-3? Should they move to a 3-4? Or does it really matter anyway? Because most of the league stays in nickel and dime for like 7% of the time.
If you focus on if you want to win now, you're not going to switch your scheme.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? If you want to win now, you're not going to switch your scheme. If you not really worried about the defense coming along slowly, learning a new scheme, then by all means do it. If you feel as though, you know what I mean, we're gonna be scoring enough points on offense, you know what I'm saying? By all means. But I mean, right now with our personnel, we don't have the linebackers for 3-4.
Unless you're gonna stand up Fowler and Sam, and you know what I'm saying.
Hey,
D-Loud stood up before, right?
One second. Somebody in the chat box lying. He said Josh Jones said he is 3-11 his last 2 years against 500 football teams, but I know Dak is awesome. Dak Prescott went 4-4 this season, right? Alone in like teams that ended over 500. So that's already a lie. He already got 4 wins alone this season. He also had a winning record against winning teams last year in the games that he started. Y'all forget. I
think they said we beat the most winning teams last year.
Y'all have to stop listening to the media.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Y'all have to stop listening to the media. Y'all have to. Because when you listen to the media, you know what I mean, they're never gonna mention that Dak has almost a 70 win percent in the NFL. Y'all understand?
I'm not wrong. You're wrong.
You're wrong. Like,
I'm sorry.
He a troll.
He been in one of them furious Facebook groups.
Man, he's the nigga that made a I Hate Dak group. And listen, man, like I don't care how you feel about the quarterback. He's going to be your quarterback next year and moving on. So either get with it or, hey, just come back when we get another quarterback.
Go hibernate for a couple years.
Just rock with who we got. Y'all can complain about the shit all you want. He's going to be the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. Listen, I was in my feelings too when we lost. I said, blow it up.
I said, get rid of his ass. Both of us did.
Did y'all know that since Dax came in the league, he's like top 5 in wins? Do y'all know that?
Do you know he's also top 5 in he's top 10 in career completion percentage, top 10 in career passer rating.
He has a Hall of Fame resume. Let's just say that. He has a Hall of Fame resume.
Prescott has not done.
Who got a Hall of Fame resume?
Yeah.
The only thing Dak Prescott has not done is win the Super Bowl.
He has a Hall of Fame. Listen,
I'm gonna say this: if Dak Prescott wins a Super Bowl and a Super Bowl MVP, listen.
You want me to bring it up?
Hold on, wait. I got.
You want me to state the resume?
Hey,
TP. You want me to bring the resume out?
Hey, TP. Let me articulate it for him. Let me articulate it for him. I got it. I'm gonna put it in a way for him.
Come on, bro.
I'm not saying right now that Dak Prescott will get into the Hall of Fame with what he has.
I'm not saying he's gonna be a first ballot Hall of Famer right now.
I'm not saying
what
that
I'm saying, give him 5 years.
But I'm saying, but I'm saying, if he continues on the same trajectory, he's on track to end his career with over 50,000 passing yards. He's on track to end with about 7 Pro Bowl selections. He's already top 10 in all the major passing statistics. The only thing he would be missing from his resume is a Super Bowl to make it into the Hall of Fame.
Literally.
So that's a Hall of Fame resume. He's already been an All-Pro. He's already been Rookie of the Year.
Top 5. He's
also trying to need an MVP in there.
Yeah, if he gets an MVP, then yeah. But but listen, Drew Brees didn't make a single MVP. They're gonna put Russ in.
He win MVP.
Drew Brees never won.
Not Drew
Brees.
Not Drew Brees.
Damn.
Drew Brees never won. Russell Wilson never won. All you need is the Super Bowl, my guy.
He done been close to the best quarterback in the league, though. He done been up there.
Second team All Pro, which Dak has got. That's the epitome of what they gave Drew Brees, Offensive Player of the Year, and they gave him second team All Pro. But if you
Saints ain't been doing that since Drew either. Since Drew, they've been down.
I'm not even high. I'm not even. This is like the lowest this is the lowest I've been on Dak Prescott for years.
Me too.
But at the same token, like he
Hall
has
of Fame resume is crazy though, bro.
He has a shot to get it.
Listen,
nobody's saying crazy though.
Nobody's saying if he were.
We're not saying right now.
He'll be a first.
TP said right now.
Not right now.
No, what I'm saying
resume is built without the champion. He just needs the championship.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying if he got a Super Bowl next year, it's a shoo-in. It's not even nothing to talk about. If he got a Super Bowl next year, there's nothing to talk about. He's a first ballot. You know what I mean? That's the difference. Right now, you can say, oh, he can't win the big game. But then if you go look at Payne's career, he didn't win the big game until he did. You know what I mean? You can't say somebody can't do something.
Okay.
Until, you know what I mean?
Let's be honest. Who walked out that who walked out of that loss versus Green Bay and felt like, damn it, this was Dak's fault?
Man. And
hold on now.
I had a little blame on Dak. I'm not gonna even count. Like them interceptions was egregious though.
I mean, and the first one was a PI.
Hold on now.
The first one was a PI.
Don't forget about the picks that was dropped.
But timeout though. It was a PI, but did he have to throw it?
No, the throw should have been the corner.
He didn't have to throw it. He could have made another decision though.
Hold on.
Situation though. We backed up. We're backed up. He's trying to get rid of that ball quick.
What about the picks that was dropped too?
Listen, nobody is saying, and listen,
he did drop a pick in the end zone.
And then he was scrambling.
I
scrambled to flick the ball.
But I felt more Dak faultish last year than I did this year.
Bingo.
Yeah, because the game was closer.
No, listen,
he got punched in the mouth out the gate. Like that very first drive was one of those drives where you knew.
If you watch the Niners game yesterday, you seen how Brock started. You seen how the game started. But then you seen how the second half, when the 49ers didn't allow no points, look what can happen. When your offense can be on the field and catch rhythm, look at the things that can happen. You know what I mean? Like I said,
the defense got to keep you in the game.
Yeah, defense got to be able to keep you in the game for sure.
When we made it a 27-10 game, the defense had every responsibility to go out there and get a stop.
But TP, we didn't even get 7.
But here's the crazy part.
We gotta go get 7.
I'm not sure if it was a Cowboys arena or whatever, but there was a small moment at the game. There was a small moment in that Green Bay game. I was like, is Dak about to do this? Like, it felt like, all right, is he? But the defense just couldn't get
a stop at all.
Nothing.
Wait, but hold on.
Can I say this? The Dallas Cowboys scored 10 straight points, and then the defense gave up a touchdown the moment they touched the field.
Right.
Remember, they doubled up. They scored a touchdown at the end. They scored 10 points coming
That's
out.
momentum.
It's a 17-point game.
Papers,
We just seen a team overcome a 17-point halftime deficit.
Come on now, y'all. Y'all gotta be. Come on now.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm
gonna be real. Get 7 after halftime.
I'm just saying
this before I go. I'm gonna say this before I go. I feel like that game was over when it was 27 to what? When it was 27 to 3.
0.
When it was 27 to what?
27 to 7.5.
27 to 0.
Like, let's be real, bro. Like that shit.
It was over.
That's pretty much over right now.
Man, hell no.
And I don't know what Tuck was talking about.
Just because we think it's over, Jay Tuck was tweeting telling the Lions congratulations when they went up 27.
Look, time out. We just discussed that we are not those teams. Bro.
Okay.
Come on. Because the only thing that separates us from the Niners, coaching and Fred Warner.
But here's the thing: if we would have been playing Tampa, that 32 would have been in overtime. I'm saying our defense just couldn't get a stop, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like once they came out,
and I think what's lost in translation, nobody is
we could have forced nobody one punt in that game.
Hold on, no, but this is what y'all missing though. This is what
nobody
y'all missing though.
Dak Prescott from any blame. I'm not saying
absolutely.
I'm not saying he played well, but I'm saying that your defense need to keep you in the game until you can't shake back.
Though that's fact, and you ain't wrong. But this dude gave him a pick. Hold on,
TP. The quarterbacks this year in the playoffs.
No.
If you look at the quarterbacks this year
in the playoffs, gave them 7 points, and then he threw a pick in their territory. They backed up.
That's
14 right there.
But who's
giving them points?
Hey, hold on, wait a minute. Who told the defense they had to give up a touchdown? There's no golden rule. There's no golden rule they got to give up. Remember, they got a penalty. It was 1st and 20 from the goal line, and they still couldn't stop them. They scored in 2 plays.
Yeah, Blaine got cooked in the middle. I know, but that's what I'm saying though. You can't be giving them the ball in their territory.
Regardless.
And then he gave them 7.
That's true. And nobody is. Listen.
And then you come out of half and you kick a field goal.
Landlord, hold the hell on. You ain't just finna
go.
You ain't got no line.
Yeah, I do.
I gotta check out too.
Hey, tell my boy. Tell them where they can find y'all. We finna wrap it up anyway, man.
Look, we gotta do this again though, man. But I go by Landlord from Alabama with the same handle on all social media. Y'all tap in for the win. Shout out to the Trap, my people that support me, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Shout out to y'all. It was a good show for y'all, man. I appreciate y'all, man, too.
Nice to meet you, Brody.
Nice to meet y'all too, man. I'm gonna get with y'all though.
Hey, we finna wrap it up. Tuck, let them know.
Y'all finna wrap it up.
Yeah,
okay.
Tuck.
Yeah, y'all can find me on all social media platforms at JTuck151. My YouTube channel, CFO Sports. We got a lot of draft content coming up this week, and then next week I will be at the Super Bowl live and direct, man. So I'll be out there interviewing players, and you know what I'm saying. We're gonna be putting on, man. Like I said, Cowboys Nation. Season's over, but all we can do is try to focus on solutions and getting better. But we ain't gonna quit fighting, man. I know y'all got blood in y'all mouth right now, but we're gonna be back in fighting here soon. So, just dust yourself off. We're gonna work. Appreciate y'all.
All right.
And hey, Capers, TP, let them know where they can find you at, man.
Hey, check out Real Talk by Capers and Parsons podcast, man. Me and TP got a little podcast going, just started. TP went viral over the weekend, talking about his brother, talking about Dak. Everybody go tune into that, man. Hey, my name is King Capers on all platforms, TikTok, YouTube, IG. Go follow me on that.
Already.
Indeed, man. And hey, it's your boy Henny the Moore reporting live from the liquor store. Hit me up on YouTube. Come and sub to the page. We're on the road to 2K. So just go to HTM Sports on YouTube. Sub. It's more Henny on Twitter and Henny the Moore on Facebook, man. So tap in with your boy. And in the words of West Coast Cowboys, he said earlier, never look down because the